Hey, we back. We ain't leave y'all. I know it felt like it.
There he
No, it felt
is.
like it. Yeah, we just
What
dipped
are
out
you
on
doing
y'all,
here?
but that was not the case. I know, right? That's pretty.
What are
Shout
you
out to
doing
Jesse, man.
here?
Shout out to the pink. That's wild to hear from your parents, but we'll talk about it. I hope I never go to mom's and she say, "What you doing here?" Like, damn,
What are
I
you
ain't
doing
welcome.
here?
But we're back,
Walking him
y'all.
with that too.
Yeah, walk wild. Hey, now that's different. Cause what the fuck are you doing here? But
You at my crib?
yeah, we're back, y'all. We're back to another episode
Yeah.
of No More Half Measures, Breaking Bad podcast. We appreciate your patience for all of those faithful and loyal listeners who have been wondering every Monday where's the new episode, where's the new batch. Listen, life happens. Past couple of weeks, one of the brothers had some stuff going on, had to move, had some life stuff, and we made the decision like, hey, we could have just recorded with two of us, but we really want to make sure we give all three of us a fair shake at this and make sure you get all of our perspectives on each episode. And that's a decision we made and we wanted to stick to. So we decided, you know what, we'd rather wait a couple weeks and make sure the trio's together before putting out, episodes without all three of us. And that's what it was. And we appreciate y'all patience. We try not to do that. And if we do, we will try to make sure we give you enough advance notice. Speaking of which, Thanksgiving, we will not have an episode. I know a lot of people probably assume that, but that Monday following Thanksgiving, we won't have an episode. And we'll see about Christmas, New Year, how we're going to navigate that. That's a little bit down the way. But we will not, to make up for the past couple of weeks, we will not be taking a break in between seasons 1 and 2. So once we get to episode 7, which is the finale of season 1, we'll keep rolling right into season 2 just to kind of make up for that lost time. But besides all that, here with the best co-host you could ask for, my brother Maurice Hunt III, the legend Spike Lou. How y'all brothers feeling?
Hey
Feeling
man.
good, feeling great.
Hey man.
Glad to be
I'm
back.
glad to be back. I had to put get the mask back, go get the apron. I'm ready to cook.
There we go. There we go, man. Feels good to be back. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
And before we get into the episode, just want to thank all y'all. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a friend. Um, Comment, leave your comments. We will make you a part of the episode, as you all know, and there will be spoilers and explicit content. Before we get started, I did mention comments. I want to read some emails, some comments that we got from y'all. Shout out to all y'all out there. I didn't read it, but I read a couple, like little instances, and some of y'all are hilarious, man. Y'all fully get our personalities in this show and what we're trying to do here. So, shout out to everyone for that. Let me go ahead and pull this up. First one, I think we got an IG comment. So Brick VS God. He left a comment say, "Great explanation by Rich for giving Walt the MVP because he for real was only meek for a short while. Yeah, he was only meek for a short while. And yo, Spike hates Walt like Phil hates that animal. Uh,
That animal blendetto.
Mo saying Spike not fashionable so assuredly had me dying.
He said what?
Because remember how
Mo
you was
saying
talking
that
about
Spike was not fashionable so assuredly had me dying.
because we was talking about fits, and you was like, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna throw a good, throw a good T-shirt on, some nice jeans, some Jordans. I said, dude, you're not fashionable.
Hey, I'm weak.
In the sense that
Uh,
people look at fashion. That's, I mean,
Nah,
for
nah,
us,
nah.
that's
Just leave it.
common.
Nah, just leave it
Nah,
there. Don't
yeah,
even explain it. Nah,
hey,
leave it there. Let
that's
them
my
niggas know he ain't fashionable.
hey, that's my guy though, man. You know what I mean? That's my guy. I see him on deck, man. Check out the fits, man.
You say you wear Rugrat t-shirts with matching shoes. And shit.
Hey, look at him. See,
You got a Reptar in his hoodie.
This coming from the man that sent me a brand new JT Money album today. Ask me like Rich
Hey,
was on the
touche.
cover of that JT Money.
Hey, touche, man, touche. Brick Brick VS God also made a comment saying MVP for me is Jesse. He got away from a case and got a partner with the purest work for little to no investment. Also, I feel like a lot of people are like Walt, and all it takes is seeing how little your value is. Walt works very binary like, so when he sees the effort isn't yielding enough benefits, he increases the amount. He been living the past almost 2 decades damn near comatose. If he had the gumption he showed in pursuing meth throughout his whole marriage, he would have been celebrating his 50 in some sort in some foreign country with no kids. But he settled.
That's true.
That's
Shout out
that's a
Briggs
great
Scott.
that's a great analogy. That's a
he
great email.
compromised.
Good touche, my nigga. I like that one, Mo. He said he compromised. He did, man. This one we got from Acid Jacks. Fellas, we are back. First couple episodes in the bag, and you guys are cooking. Couple of things. Great to see Rich step up to host the long format. You're wearing the big boy pants. Hey, man, shout out to all the listeners who get us, who get the humor, who get it all. Hey, you wearing the big boy pants now. I don't know if Walter was always going to break bad, but I think we can all agree it was always in this podcast DNA to break Skylar's balls. The snooping and going around Walter's back was disgusting enough, but using the non-dominant for the jack-off on his birthday, simply unforgivable. I'm talking heinous behavior. I agree wholeheartedly. Mo, I ain't gonna hold you, but let me liquidate these covers as nasty work. Was that a quote on your MySpace page? Lastly, in the sense of kicking Walt Jr.'s ass at every opportunity, it's clear Spike has been training hard for the job, and he did not miss leg day, pun intended. Hey, come on.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Oh, that would go into that's a Hall of Fame nomination.
Jokes aside, you boys come on and murder every fucking pod that you get on. I told y'all. Shout out to Boosie. If you know, you know. Like Crazy 8, I'm locked in. This is hey man, I'm about to start this. I need to start
That's
this.
a Hall of Fame nomination right there.
Hall of
That's
Fame.
all time. That's all time.
Oh, man.
Writes like that. He's the one that always writes like that.
Yeah, man, that's just hilarious.
That was good.
Okay, we got one titled Black Man in Albuquerque from Milton Roberts. My nigga Milton got an AOL.com email. My goodness, my dog.
definitely-
Shout out to you.
He definitely live in Albuquerque.
Shout out to you, Milton. Straight up. Salute. I will start by saying I found your Good Earners podcast when you guys were near the end. Instead of going back and listening to every episode, I decided to listen to my favorite episodes of the show. I like that, actually.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed your perspectives. I want to listen to No More Half Measures in real time. Just some background that you guys might find funny. I am a black man that lives in Albuquerque. I came to Albuquerque in 2002 to go to the University of New Mexico. I still live in New Mexico currently. I am from the great state of Maryland. You guys talk about The Wire a lot, so I have a funny Wire story. So I am from Eastern Shore, Maryland. I don't know if you guys know anything about the Eastern Shore of Maryland, but it is considered the countryside of the state. A lot of people consider the Eastern Shore as a separate state from typical Maryland. In season 1 of The Wire, when Wallace told the cops about the killing of Omar's boyfriend, they sent him to the Eastern Shore to a town called Cambridge to stay with his grandmother. Definitely remember that. My hometown is a town called Easton, which is about 20 minutes from Cambridge. So when people ask me about the Eastern Shore, I tell them it's the place where Wallace went to stay with his grandmother. LOL. Bragging rights.
That's
I would do the same thing. Anyway, I love the podcast and I'm looking forward to your perspectives on Breaking Bad. Respectfully, Milton. Shout out to Milton.
Hey, man, we happy to have you, Milton. That's some dope perspective.
I think it's dope.
Absolutely.
I want to know what it's like. Write us again and tell us what it's like being black in Albuquerque too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would love
just-
to know more about that.
And being black named Milton. I gotta know. Like what has that been like?
And any insight to anything going on, like while we're doing these episodes, if you have any insight on some of the scenes or areas, anything about Albuquerque that might help us understand the show a little bit better. We appreciate that.
Here's what I want to say too. I think it's really dope that he hasn't listened to all of the episodes of Good Earners, but yeah, he picked up the Wire references and his favorite ones, and then found a way to connect it to this. That's fire. That's fire.
And this nigga Mo got the Dr. Love voice on today.
Well,
I was gonna say, bro, you
keep
got
it down a little.
nigga got the late night radio DJ voice going on.
Nigga went bald.
Quiet storm ass voice.
Nigga went bald with the beard, and now it's up. You feel me?
Hey, it's most definitely up. It's most definitely up. But
Next song up, Jodeci, freaking you.
What's going on right now? So I gotta hold it down right now. But you know,
we got some YouTube comments. CleeCloud7414. First of all, you need to check your bag before you leave the drive-through or the counter of any fast food place because you know that if you get home and the food is wrong, you're gonna be pissed.
Ain't
Also, I
nobody
hate
doing
eating.
that.
Also, I hate eating inside of fast food restaurants. I would rather eat in the car. My dog. That's what I'm talking about. If y'all
Like I
see you
said,
in a
Nah, nah.
fast food restaurant, if you in Burger King, nigga, eating your Whopper, like, my nigga, get the fuck out of here, bro. What you doing?
y'all got
By
to
yourself? Come on, man. Go to the car.
Yes, nigga.
Go to the
I'm
car.
not eating in my car, bro.
eating on your knees is better.
Eating on your
What?
knees is crazy.
Eating your sandwich off of your knees.
Gee, please clarify
Say that. Say.
Are you in the car? Eat your burger off your knees and watch the lettuce fall off. And come on, man.
All right, man. Another comment from Clee Klaus. I'm not skipping right over that. I'm your biggest blind fan, and you guys do an awesome job. I,
Is,
He's
is that
wrote
the
before.
same dude?
Yeah, it's the same
yeah.
guy.
I was gonna say we got two blind mice.
No, it's the same guy.
Okay, I'm making sure. All right. I'm your biggest blind fan, and you guys do an awesome job. I watched this show with the audio description. In between that and you guys, I feel like I was actually watching the show instead of listening to it. Thank you so much and keep up the great work. We definitely appreciate you. And shout out to you for not eating in fast food restaurants like a civilized grown adult. Much appreciated. I don't know
Yeah,
about these animals.
There's a joke there, but it's not appropriate.
Well, yeah, because you.
Thank you for
Animals.
listening as a blind fan.
Yeah, because you be handicap shaming. No,
I mean,
Yeah.
Spike Lee. But here's
Spike
what
Lee.
here's what I'm gonna say.
I wouldn't eat. But no,
Well, here's what
But
I'm
yes,
saying.
Just
thank
stop.
you for
Just
listening.
don't.
To the listener that writes in, you got to remember people can be legally blind without being like fully blind. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we obviously know some people that are considered legally blind, but they can still see a little bit. So I remember I
Yeah.
brought it to y'all before. He was like, how can he? Yeah. So shout out to that, man. We reaching new waters, man.
Hey, I'm always with
We're
that.
glad to
I'm
have you,
always
brother,
100%.
and glad to be of assistance as you watch these episodes.
Yeah.
Nah, that's real. That's 100%.
Yeah.
We got a review on Apple Podcasts. We got a 5-star. Dope from Foreign Hustle. I'm enjoying this podcast so far. We appreciate that. And then we have our last comment. I believe it's from Instagram. Brick VS God. I think this was our past episode 3. Great episode again, and definitely Blue Crystal for being Walt's first kill. And my favorite scene is Crazy 8 and Walt talking about his family store, especially Domingo remembering that Walt's crib must have been a custom job. Again, showing to his above average drug dealer attention to detail. Great point on that one. Great point on that one. So great comments, y'all. Great comments, man. We appreciate it. Like I said, it really gives us a boost, especially when we get into the dog days of the series. I don't know if this series really has any dog days. We might be in them right now. Because
These are the dog days of the
I'm
series.
about to say these are the dog days. 'Cause
Yeah.
everything really picks up. But the dog days are just life. When we got a million things going on and we tired and don't feel like recording, those really boost us up to get things started.
Can I ask this real quick? The dog days here versus
What if I said no? Like, what if I literally just said no? Were you still going on with your question?
yeah, well, I'm a completionist. I got to finish what I started.
So what's the point of asking? But keep going, though.
No, just the dog days of Sopranos. How does it compare to these dog days? Like, we look at House Arrest episode, for example, where nothing was going on. Tony wanted to get outside, but he couldn't get outside. Like some of those, even the
I think
first
Tony's
season.
just a more fascinating person, like just to observe. You know what I mean? So that in general is just going to give it the nod. I think the scenario of this random chemistry teacher needing to cook meth and becoming really good at it, that in itself is very fascinating. But character wise, just the like the Fly episode, right? If that was a Sopranos episode, I think it'd be much better. Whatever that is, like them in one place just over some mundane thing. It's almost like their version of that is almost like Pine Barrens, where it's just this random event and it's something that's going on in some way. And people talk about Pine Barrens like it's the best ever. So
That's true.
I think
I would take. That's a great answer. I would take the dog days of Breaking Bad over The Sopranos, but the dog days of Sopranos meant more to me. It's like when you're reading a book. Like Breaking Bad is like reading a comic book. The Sopranos is like reading a novel. So like even when you read the novel and it's fixing like the details and it's a chapter that don't shit happen, but there's so much context added to the story. That's why you enjoy the Dog Days of the Sopranos. However, from a viewing perspective, just as TV viewers, I think like there there are very few low points for Breaking Bad once you get into it. You can't say the same for The Sopranos, even though I enjoy it more as a series.
That's true.
That's a great point. It's a great point. Speaking of Breaking Bad, let's get into the episode. We're at season 1, episode 4. Crazy title Cancer Man. Released February 17th, 2008. Directed by Jim McKay. Written by Vince Gilligan. Once again, if you were looking to watch Breaking Bad along with this, you can catch it streaming on Netflix. Spike Lou, we got a synopsis for the episode?
We have a synopsis, Rich. Again, like you said, season 1, episode 4, Cancer Man. In this episode, Hank ramps up the investigation because there is some new ice on the streets of Albuquerque. Also, Walt makes a big announcement at a backyard barbecue, and Jesse is going through some things. Skyler is dead set on a second opinion, which Walt doesn't seem too thrilled about. Walt Jr. questions his father's actions in only a way that Walt Jr. can. And Jesse visits Walt after getting a call to make some fat stacks. This is season 1, episode 4, titled Cancer Man.
Nothing like a Spike Lou synopsis. Appreciate you, good brother. We open this episode at the DEA office. Operation Icebreaker or Operation Breath Mint, whatever you want to call it. Hank is leading a meeting to discuss Crazy 8. And, we find out Crazy 8 is the one who ratted out his cousin and landed him in jail. While they're having that discussion, you're probably wondering, why do they care about these low-level drug dealers? Well, they found the 99.1% pure meth that what they think was cooked in Albuquerque, not some Mexico lab. As they're describing these new cooks, they're saying they probably hold an extremely high skill set. Albuquerque probably has a new kingpin, and they shows Walter brushing his teeth in his tidy whities. Foreshadowing or not, who knows? Fellas, what do we think about this scene where the DEA is looking for these new players in town?
Yeah, it's definitely foreshadowing. Like it's without a doubt foreshadowing. I like that they did this because if you've never seen the series before, you have no idea how far he's about to get in his kingpin bag. Like he gonna have a whole different alias. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that was great to do that because it's like I hearken it back to White Man Can't Jump. Like when they were hustling, when Billy Hoyle and Sidney Dean partnered up and they went to that first hustle, and he was like, "Man, you can pick anybody." He's like, "Give him the goofy white boy," and he's like, "Come on, let's run." He's like, "You mean play basketball?" Like that's
I get where you're going
Walter.
with that. Yeah,
That's Walter. Like you mean cook
very
meth?
unassuming.
Yeah. So I like how they did that. That was perfect. Yeah, it was perfect. I like how they did this weird thing of saying everything without us actually knowing where it's going. You know, that's fire.
I got you, Spike Lou.
A couple things from this scene. This is the reason that Gomi gets made fun of like he does by Hank. I try to say Hank is racist. You out here busting my balls about the icebreaker's name of this. Yes, I'm gonna make fun of you as well. So we kind of get that dynamic, which plays in well. Also, great foreshadowing, like you guys said, as far as saying all of this stuff and then going over to Walt brushing his teeth. Great foreshadowing if you know what you know about this series. My hang up is Hank's supposed to be such a good detective. Even if you don't suspect Walt this early or at this point, you know he's a chemist. You know this is chemist grade meth. Wouldn't and may I'm on the fence about this. It seems like you would maybe have a conversation with Walt about this.
See, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I get where you're coming from, but also I think this scene does a beautiful job of showing why he never talked to Walt. He's describing these people about, these new kingpins, they have a high skill set. And then you see Walt goofy ass brushing his teeth in his tidy whities. He's so unassuming that you wouldn't think that he would be that person. So everything would make sense, but there's no way Walt is cooking meth. Like this square, who gets ran over. I walk in like I couldn't see it, so I can understand that. You think
You're
he would
right.
ask for help?
There's
Like
no
ask
way
for
that
like, can
he's
you like, yeah.
you're right. There's no way that you think that he's cooking it, but as a good detective, a good policeman, I have a brother-in-law who is in this field of work, and I've never seen meth this like pure before. I got some questions for him, not even assuming that he did it, but where do you think this came from? Like, give me an idea of how somebody would cook meth this pure in Albuquerque when usually niggas is cooking in garages, usually niggas is cooking in RVs. Like, as a investigative person that we see Hank to be, small, slight little plot hole, I feel like, because he would have explored this more. But there are theories out there that says from the gas mask shit that he kind of this early he's kind of suspecting Walt, which I don't know if I believe that.
Part of me wants to say you might be giving might be giving Hank too much credit.
That's how they paint him though.
But
They
that's what I'm
want us
saying.
to
Like
believe
this
he's this
is
super investigator.
well, that's the thing with this being my first rewatch. I don't remember all the small details about how intricate Hank's like bag is. Is he on his Lester Freeman shit or is he on his McNulty shit? He seems like he's more on his McNulty minus the details, like where he just runs off instinct. Because Hank gives me a
Even McNulty was a good investigator though.
I don't know if Hank gives me that yet, but once again, I can't remember all the stuff he did. Like
All
there
right,
was too many times that Hank should have been knew it was Walt.
is he
I do
good
remember that.
police? To quote the word, do you think Hank is good police?
I think so.
Yeah, basic level though.
Then
I
it's
don't.
unacceptable for him to not ask questions of
That's
Walt
fair.
finding this myth.
But I think that you got to consider that his respect level for Walt is so low.
That's a good point. That's the point that I was
like,
waiting on one of y'all to
there's
make. He don't even
no-
respect Walt enough to ask him,
Exactly.
even though he's an expert in this field. Like he look at Walt like a straight poo put.
Yeah. He took over his birthday party, bro.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, yeah, why would I ask?
You can't even cook the chicken on the grill, nigga. Like get out of here.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we go to the scene where Walt is burning the chicken on the grill. They're having a barbecue at Walt's house. Walt Jr. wants a beer, and Hank wants Shania Twain to give him a tuggy. We get some insight on how Walter and Skyler met. Walt was pretty much being a creep, eating his grilled cheese, probably had a glass of milk. Skyler bursts into tears, and this is nasty, y'all. When
man.
Marie asks what's wrong, she says, ask him. Like he doesn't have cancer. Storming off and shit. You would have thought Walt was cheating based on her reaction. The family's reacting to the news, ask him how long he's known. Like Skyler once again pouring on. She wants to hire a lawyer because she thinks it's from the lab from 20 years ago. Hank subtly tells Walter that hopefully this goes without saying, but I'm gonna hold the family down if anything happens to you, which Walt was not trying to hear. The news finally breaks, fellas, to the family that Walt has cancer. What do you think about this scene and the reactions from everyone?
Well, Walter was being a convivial host, similar to Artie Bucco, asking everyone for drinks. I did really like the Walter Skyler story. I think that it was excellent in the sense that we needed that. I don't feel like they really revisited again. So it's great they doing this in season 1. I got some things I want to speak to when it comes to the White
Stalking her
family.
through Crossroads.
I got things I want to speak to when it comes to the White family.
The White
Man.
family.
Like the Walter White family?
Yeah.
What do you mean white families?
I
in
thought you
general?
meant like
Okay.
white family dynamic.
Yeah, I thought you was going to go Dr. Umar on this. I was like, damn.
It's up for interpretation, but this is the White family. They're having a white cookout. All right, so
Definitely is a white barbecue.
100% on white. This ain't a cookout. This is a barbecue. Yeah.
oh, you're
Yeah,
right,
this is a
you're right.
barbecue. This is not a
this ain't even
cookout.
White grilling. What do you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is a barbecue.
It's a barbecue. I'm sure that's what they call it.
We don't really have these. For those listeners that don't know, like it's Maze and Frankie Beverly is playing in the background at ours. There are a lot more people, a lot more sides. It's definitely some macaroni and cheese and baked beans somewhere around. This is a barbecue.
And they definitely not dressing like Walt on the grill.
No,
Tell you that
God,
100%.
no.
Yeah,
God, no.
this-
Either you got
this-
the slides or you got the leather joints. One of the
Classic brown leather joints.
I do want to give credit to the actress that plays Skylar. I think the complicated acting of the scene was amazing because she's teetering between two emotions. One emotion, it's like, wow, that is beautiful. That is how we met. And it's sentimental. But then there's this other side of that was the beginning. And now I'm thinking about the end because he has cancer. So for her to gather that and that slow build in her acting, it was amazing. Like I thought she did an excellent job. I know we'll, obviously gonna have a lot of things to say about her character, not the actress herself, but the character. But I did want to acknowledge that I felt her to some degree. Again, there's not a lot of stuff I feel in regards to Skylar and even the family aspect, and I'm gonna speak to that later, but I thought she did an excellent job. But I did want to ask a question, but I'll ask that after y'all finish reacting to the white barbecue.
Great job by Anna Gunn. I do agree with you.
Anna
Disgusting. Gunn? Is that her name? That's her name, right?
Yeah, Anna Gunn, yeah.
Anna Gunn? Okay.
No,
Anna
it
Gunn.
is. It is.
Got it.
Great job by her as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting as a character by Skylar, though.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all keep playing with me. I don't want no one to know that I got cancer. You go running to Hank and Marie. Marie, who's a drama queen. Hank, who think he can handle everything. I want to deal with this within my intermediate family. It ain't none of their business right now. And you still burst into Karen tears, tell them like this is the epitome of what we're talking about with the respect level that people have for Walter White in this series.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting that he wasn't able to do this on his own terms.
Yes.
And that speaks to Skylar's character.
This is why
and don't get me started on Walt Jr. I'll get to that later.
Oh yeah, we definitely got stuff to say, but this speaks to why Walter reacts the way he does, like impulsively later in the series in regards to the business, like because this respect thing has gone for so long. We speak about the jack off with the left, that has gone for so long. This is why he gets impulsive at moments. Like I am the one who knocks. I know we're not there, and it's not a spoiler for anybody because y'all don't know what that means if you've never seen it. But I think that this is why he reacts the way he does later in the series. You know what I mean?
Bro, this is flip the table, man. Like, stop playing. I'll turn all this shit over, bro. Y'all got me fucked up out here. You'll take care of my family. Like, man, y'all get the fuck out of here. Nigga, I'm dealing with this shit.
And you said it so nonchalant, like, I'll just go without saying, like, I'll hold it down. Man, but get the fuck out of here, bro.
All I heard was like,
I'm fucking your wife.
It's a
I'm about to hit your wife, nigga. As soon as you're gone, I'm about to knock your wife off.
Listen,
that's what I hear when the nigga. That's all I hear, man. If a nigga going to jail for a long time, but they got some terminal illness and expiration date, and the niggas I'm gonna hold the family down. All I hear is your wife's legs about to be hitting the fucking bedboard.
Bro, why did you take the words
out of my
mouth, bro? I swear.
Because you know that shit.
That's hilarious.
Especially the way Hank said it, like shit, fucking at the same. I don't get. Hey, Hank said, I don't give a fuck if they was real sisters. Fucking both of them.
I've been waiting on your sweet and sour chicken ass.
Nah, man. Nah, that's what it is, man.
So here's my question.
Hank a motherfucker.
He is. One question I wanted to ask. How old were they? Because of this age gap. We found out when we did our pilot episode of the show, she's 38 and he's 50.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they said how long they had been married or not. I don't know. Was it 20 years?
Walt Jr. is in high school, so that gives you at least 15, 16 years.
Because it made me I think the age gap was a little questionable. I didn't get a number exactly, but I kind of tried to loosely do the math, but I was like,
What was the math you came up with?
I think.
Because I'm assuming she about 20, which makes him 32.
I'm thinking 22, 34.
Okay.
You know what I mean? 21, 33. Case, that's where I am.
Okay, well, in that case, that's a little
20 and 32 is still nasty though.
In this era. In
any era right here. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, true.
This is different now. The age now is just like basketball positions. Everybody play whatever they. Anyway.
Yeah, man. Let's keep moving for it. You got any other questions, or maybe not? Maybe we shouldn't ask.
Positionless
Maybe we shouldn't
basketball.
ask any.
I did have a
Ageless
question.
basketball.
Boy, straight up. Uh, my other question is, when Hank is talking about pursuing Marie 50 times, and she makes the statement about it being before they tighten the stockings law, what does that
Stalking.
mean? The stalking?
Stalking law. Stalking, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so never mind, because I was like, I thought she said stocking, but stalking,
Stalking.
I guess.
I mean, all they're trying to tell us here is that the difference in personalities from Hank and Walt. Hank he was persistent, but he went about it a different way. I want to find something that she's interested in. I'm gonna snake my way in, being something that she's interested in, and then we establish this connection. I charm her a little bit as much as I can, being Walter, and then boom, I have a wife. Hank is a fucking bull in a china shop. He probably was making disgusting jokes to Marie. I'm here every day pulling up, bravado, big braggadocious ass police officer, and she's going to eventually cave because, I mean, her personality says that. I think they were just trying to point out the difference in who Walt is and who Hank is. Because Marie would definitely be disgusted by Hank on first, I feel like, experience. But as he continues to use his bravado, use his, oh, I'm Hank, I'm the police, I'm the DEA, or whatever it may be, her walls break down, and that's when he's able to move in for the kill.
One thing, and I don't have no evidence or anything about it, but since we talked about the whole I'm going to hold down the family concept, I'm going to watch and see, is there a theory that Hank wanted Skylar first, or did he even know about her? That's something I'm just going to observe. There's obviously nothing to go off of at this point because I ain't seen the series in a long time, but it's a interesting thing. But like what you're saying, Spike, is he just didn't have no finesse. Like he's definitely like the type.
Hank, no finesse. Ain't no finesse in Hank,
at all. Like
he one of those niggas you see out, you're like, I can't believe the nigga just said that.
It's just like my niggas. He going whatever. He going for whatever. Like
that's a female, dog. Like, what are you doing?
That's a female, Debo.
That's a female, Debo.
Jesus. Wild boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like a wild boy. All right, we move forward. Jesse and the Goofies sitting around looking to smoke a Sunday night bowl of Crystal. Jesse brags about a new batch that he has. I know it sounds disgusting, right? This is what's going on. Sorry, Milton. This is what's going on in Albuquerque. Jesse brags about a new batch of Crystal, but he isn't sharing. The fellas are like, we don't need a soap opera. We can get up out of here. You know what I mean? He offers weed. We want that Crystal. Jesse tells him he's playing. He mentioned how he wanted to lay off because it was making him paranoid, and he was not lying. Mm-hmm. After they partake in the Crystal, we see Jesse is sitting around, and at one point thinks members of Sam Crow are pulling up to his door with machetes. Turns out they are just people trying to spread the good word of the Lord, leaving things pulling up on 10-speed bikes with helmets. Jesse busts the fuck out of there, and we don't know where he's headed at this point. What do you think about Jesse finally kind of seeing him, I think for the first time, in a social setting at his house? See the people we hang with, all of that. What were your thoughts on this scene?
You want to go first, Mike?
You can go.
Okay, so just saying that, like, yo, I want to hit some meth to take the eggs off. It just stood as like, wow, there's really nothing to do in Albuquerque, bro. Like to hit meth to take the eggs off is just, this can turn into addiction, bro. And you say this is like, that's crazy work. But they do this thing and this burns my soul. And I don't know if y'all know people. I know y'all indulge in the greenery.
Hey,
greenery? Yeah, did I break a code here? Like
I'm on a break actually.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
You can get Jesse on for real.
I'm not.
About 25 days.
Okay, look at you, brother. Hey, talk about it on your pod.
Shout out to Spike Lee, man. I'm not, y'all. I smoked today.
I hear you. Calvin got a job. All right, so but they do this thing that like really burns my soul in real life. When you tell someone you're not doing something for real, and that's your personal reason, and then they convert it into you just didn't want to just say that. Like, I hate with a passion. I hate when people be like, "Oh, if you want to do it, just say that. Just say that." It's like, if I didn't want to do it, I would have just said that. I hate when people try to like.
You mad at the friends because Jesse doesn't want to? Or you mad at Jesse for explaining why he's not smoking?
I'm just mad at y'all trying to remix my explanation. I ain't got no reason to cap right now. Like, I'm telling y'all, this is
about the meth.
Yeah, I just hate it when niggas be like, you might be like, where I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to cleanse a little bit. I ain't really drinking right now. And like, bro, if you didn't want to share if you want to share your Hennessy or whatever, bro, you should just say it. It's like, because I literally went through this with my brother. Like, bro, if you didn't want to go over, you should have said it, bro. I told you I wasn't going. I hate when people flip my reason. Because I'm a person, I know when I say something, I know exactly what I'm saying. So I hate when people flip it and be like, "Oh, you could have just said that." Like, what are you talking about? So yeah, that was just a little side note.
I wonder if it's because Jesse. Go ahead, Spike.
I was just gonna say I understand what Mo was saying, but I think it's different in this scenario. As you spoke to, Rich, it's the first time we seen Jesse in a social setting. If we didn't know he was a loser from everything we've seen, we see from his friends now that he's absolutely a loser. He's hanging out with junkie. Like, this tell us everything we need to know about him. Like, even what you said with my man needed hitting the crystal to take the edge off. Like, Jesse's a loser. Just how Walter described him, that's what he is. The maybe a slight glimmer of hope is my man, the I guess Puerto Rican guy, who has connections and able to get the pack sold, as we see a little bit later. But other dude is just like, he's the ultimate loser. that nigga is like, he wrote the book on losing. And that's
he's a loser character. He remains a loser in this entire series.
Facts. And like, that's, you see Jesse in this and you're like, okay, I get it. I get why he's like how he is.
But it's like, it's amazing that Walt and Jesse are both losers in different ways, but they're both losers.
Good point.
So it makes you.
That's a good point.
So a loser's trying.
That's why they connect with each other.
Yeah. So it's like trying to get out of the position of being a loser to become a winner.
They speak the same loser language. They speak the same language.
Loser language. So
loser language is crazy.
It is. So both of them connecting. It's like, it makes me kind of look at, again, like these overarching themes we talked about, because I was good at it. This is another thing that makes me say, okay, then what does cooking meth serve for you to go from being a loser to being somebody significant, or, you know, somebody important, or an ego boost? We get what Walt's is, but I got to watch a little closer to see what Jesse's is. Because
Jesse's, I got that shit. I'm hanging with these loser ass niggas. I ain't never smoked no meth like this. It's like, even when you talked about green, you pull up, you got that killer. Like, y'all niggas been smoking that. Nigga, I got this goddamn nigga. Smell this, nigga. You done been in that room, Rich, nigga. Like, nigga, smell this shit, nigga. I know what y'all, that little shit y'all smoking on, nigga. I'm finna roll up, nigga. Put that shit up.
Man, I'm the reason the room smell like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a reason. So yeah,
okay.
That's the up that Jesse get from this.
Yeah, and I think I mainly focus on the friends. Like, you got friends that you had a human body go through the fucking tub, and they just walking through it, looking up like, oh, okay. Like,
my dad's like a contractor, bro.
Yeah, like, what? Like, you don't got more questions about why your bathtub is missing, bro? Like, what's going on?
These red stains? Like, what's these red stains, bro?
I get not asking questions, but at the same time, like, any sensible person is gonna be like, hold on.
I'm not chilling in there.
About it. Yeah, I'm not hanging out in here when I looks like there's human remains is there.
Let me ask this too. I did have a question before you go to the next thing, Rich. Does he want them there because he can't sleep in the house alone like that, or is he just getting back to the regular life that, you know, Jesse Pinkman lives?
He's looking for something normal, like something like you said, a little bit like you said, back to the life that he lived. But it's Jesse Pinkman, bro. Like, I'm a crash out meth head / dealer. I don't kill people, and I just had to kill a motherfucker in my house. I want people around. I want this to feel less awkward for me, nigga. No, I can't sleep actually, and I think this was a powerful scene in that sense.
Mhm.
Like I got to get back active. I got to get like even later on we'll see. He's like nigga when he told Walt like you ain't talk to nobody about this. Like ain't nobody we can talk to but each other, and you just like you cool. Which shows you the psychopath that Walt is, and like how Jesse is dealing with this versus how Walt dealing with this.
Good point. Good point. We move on to the next scene. We see Walt in the bathroom cleaning the stab wound that he got from Crazy Eight and the piece of the plate in his leg. He begins coughing. Skyler comes and asks if he needs help. He said no, just some privacy. It's kind of showing that dynamic of Walt still kind of grappling with things, and he didn't want all this news to be out for this reason in itself. Um, we see Skyler in the other room setting an appointment with one of the best oncologists in the nation and sneaking it on the credit card. She also mentions, once again, borrowing money from Hank if necessary, or even Walt's mom, which is emasculating, I'm sure, to Walt. He isn't trying to hear it and say he'll borrow the deposit money from his pension, but it's really the Crazy Eight money. So a lot of things to break down in this scene and decipher, going from the overall theme of how much debt are we going to get into to make sure Walter's cool, and does Walt even want to go through this process? What did y'all think about this scene overall when money gets into play and they're talking about treatment for Walt?
I'm sorry, I didn't get to react to the later in the morning scene with Jesse real quick. Sorry, I didn't get to. But with the Jesse, the paranoid thing with the people, the
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Mormons, I gotta share this because when it I wasn't watching this in real time, but a crazy story is that like I kind of just started smoking weed, and I went from Reggie to Kush. I start to I like, oh shit, this is different. And so I so I remember watching
Congratulations,
stupid regular weed. Uh,
regular weed is crazy.
I know.
Uh-huh.
So I remember. So the crazy story, real quick. I remember I watched this, for the first time, and when I had smoked, like, bro,
Regular weed right there with milk.
outright, we not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that, bro. This nigga try to classify. He try to put me in a meth bag with bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I remember,
God damn.
like Jesse, tweaking out. It made me tweak out. Like it was the craziest effect, bro. Because like he was looking through the window and stuff, and I don't know how that happened, but I was looking through my window and I literally tweaked out. So that shit was like crazy at the time. So that was just a little side story, and then just him grabbing the meth bag.
After school special.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I was weak for sure.
What did you think was happening?
No, I just, we just sometimes like for people that are rookies or whatever, it just makes you like, you just overly paranoid. Like, and I was overly paranoid.
Okay.
That's basically what this more of the story.
Gotcha.
And then, Jesse grabbing the meth bag shows what his most prized possession is at the moment. So I just wanted to bring that up. But anyway, you can go back to this thing, Rich. My bad.
Nah, I just getting your thoughts on the whole Walter and Skylar scene as far as paying for it. Walter needing his space while Skylar's trying to help. Maybe she's over helping in Walt's mind. What did y'all think about this as they try to figure out what the next treatment method is for Walt?
Yeah, you're doing too much. $5,000 for to reserve a spot for a motherfucker to tell me some shit that I already know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we talked about this on Another Week in the Books at one point in time. Man brain versus woman brain. Like woman brain is I'm helping you. We're trying to get this figured out. We're going to get new information. Man brain is like, bro, it is what it is, bro. Like I'm gonna give this nigga $5,000 to tell me some shit that I already know. Like, nah, I don't want to do that. I ain't asking Hank for no money. I ain't asking my mama for no money. I don't want to put it on the credit card. I got the diagnosis. Now we got to deal with it
Yeah.
from that point. We ain't going back in time to see if he can change shit because it's not gonna happen. But thankfully, I do got this dope money stashed in the vent. So I can go grab that and I'm gonna let you get off as my wife and you like he only doing this so she can feel better as a wife. There's nothing in Walt's mind that nothing beneficial of this towards him.
You know what? This is one of those frustrating things about Walt because as the series goes on, the type of personality and how assertive he can be.
Mm-hmm.
This shouldn't even gotten to this point. Like Skylar shouldn't even be on the phone because if you walk, you haven't once, at least from what we've seen on screen, you haven't once talked to Skylar and recognized the fact, like, yo, this is big news that I know my wife just received. I want to make sure she understands what I'm thinking and I can hear her out on what she's thinking. So you're not just doing too much and going out and making these calls. I might not want that. Like, Skylar, I'm still processing this myself. Like, there's a lot of different options. I don't know if I'm ready mentally to kind of start taking that step. I know it's my wife. You want me to, like, hit the gas pedal. But, like, give me a couple of days. Let's talk through it. Let's see what the best options are. Because as we get later into the episodes, we see how much more money could even come from out of pocket for this. It's like, yo, what are really the odds? And as a man, if I'm not here, I'm not trying to leave you with thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt. Like, that's just not something I'm about to be comfortable with. So before we just start getting on the phone, jumping the gun, you haven't even spoken with me. You just assume that I'm all for getting on this, and that's just too much. So I blame Walt for not even having that conversation and really kind of being timid when it comes to expressing himself. I was
Facts.
surprised
I
he
agree
even
with that.
asked about, like, what was that about the credit card? You know what I mean? And Maria, and we get it, right? They're just trying to help, but Walt just say, man, listen, I don't want to get help. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is my life? Like, I love
Why
y'all.
am
I
I
want to see
doing
my
this?
daughter. Yeah, I want to see my daughter, but it's not worth getting in all this debt. $5,000 for some shit that I'm not even gonna, you know, really be here for. And as we get on from that, and I don't know if did you have anything to say about that, Mo?
At first, I was looking at her sideways, but you also got to I got to kind of look at it like, look, she's at the when it's life or death. It's kind of like we can worry about that later on the financial end. So I do get it as much as I don't like it. I do get it. Like we talking about budgeting over your life. You know what I mean? That's, you got to keep that in perspective. Like, so in this sense, she's doing what is expected as far as a, wife, and, Walter got his own bird feeder. That's another thing that stood out to me. Got his own
Yeah.
version of bird feeder. Ain't nothing like Tony, obviously, but, yeah. So
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up actually because we do see Walt Jr. come in the room and ask Walt what the hell is wrong with him and why he's acting like nothing's going on. We also see the baby carriage that says Tampico, which was a callback to the last episode when the conversation between Crazy 8 working at his dad's furniture store and Walt getting the baby carriage from their furniture store. So Walt Jr. coming in, it's a small scene, just coming in and asking Walt what the hell is wrong. Spike, of course, as our resident Walt Jr. president fan club. What did you think about Walt's questioning his dad?
Where was it established that he could talk to, like, as viewers, like, why are we cool with him talking to his dad like this? Because he disabled?
Who's cool with it?
It just seems like we're supposed to just accept it. Like,
Nah, that's some white
like,
kid
ask your
shit.
dad.
That's white kid shit, man. What are you talking about?
It even goes beyond that, though. Like, what the hell? Like, you just learned that I got cancer. You, not even what the hell is wrong with me. You ain't still came to me and been like, damn, dad, I hope you're okay. Like, we gonna get through this. Like, we ain't see none of that. But we shoot to the scene of, what the hell is wrong with you, bro?
no, go in, go in,
Go ahead.
go in.
Go ahead.
I would kick these crutches from underneath you, bro. Like, stop playing with me. Who you talking to? You can't be limping around this motherfucker, like I said earlier, and just saying whatever the fuck you want to say just because you have a disability. Like, I'm sorry, whatever happened to you in life, like, I get it. You're
listen.
frustrated, you're mad, you have a chip on your shoulder, but you're not gonna talk to me like that.
I'm
Especially when there hasn't been an established thing in any of these episodes where we look like we see Walt Jr. being like, damn, Walt's my dad, I'm proud of it. Like, he treating him just as disrespectful as everybody else in this world, and there's no reason for it.
I low-key think that's the point.
It's
He
crazy
sees,
though.
He sees
It's right
everybody
there with
treat
AJ
Walt.
Soprano.
He sees everybody treat Walt like he ain't shit, and he does the same thing. Walt has led to this. That's why I said the same thing with that Skyler
I can't listen,
conversation.
man. If I can't smack the shit out of nobody else in this world, the dude who car I was washing, Jesse, Skyler, fucking Hank,
Yeah.
you know who the frustrations are getting taken out on? You, little nigga. Don't come in here
Oh,
talking to me
Junior.
like that, bro. I will, I mean,
Hey, listen.
I would take them crutches, bro, leave you in a corner somewhere, nigga. Crawl over there and get them, nigga.
Hey,
Stop
listen.
playing with me.
Hey, listen. Do you like your arms?
Right, nigga. Don't come at like that's the crazy. Like, come in here playing with me. Tell me what the fuck is wrong, man, bro. Like,
Do you
if I
like
can't
your
smack
arms?
the shit out of nobody, I'm smacking the shit out of you. Nigga.
That's
Stop
it.
playing
So
with
did you
me.
got it? Did you have anything to say about the scene?
Man, yeah, just same thing what Spike is saying. Like from a person that's actually a parent, it's like, bro, who you talking to?
I think they let that shit slide in them fed.
Who
Like,
you talking to specifically though? Like you nigga, you the one limping around here.
I'm the one dying.
Talking to
and
Walt.
you're telling me what's wrong with me, how I'm reacting, and I'm the one dying, but you want to take it personal because you like
in a break in a look at this from a different perspective method. Um, maybe they're reaching for showing how people react to certain news, right? Like that is something
Yeah.
we're seeing how Skylar's acting and reacting to it. We saw how Hank and Marie are acting to it. See, now we get to see how Walt Jr. is responding to it. I think that's what they're trying to go for, but also everything y'all saying is valid. Like I don't care how you react to it, it ain't gonna be like this.
Nah. Like
But
I've
Walt lets
shown
that
you a
shit
lot of
slide.
empathy. I've shown you a lot of empathy based off what we had to deal with from your situation. I need some empathy too, bro. You can't come in the room and ask me what the hell wrong with me. Not you.
Man, he don't want to lose his dad.
Yeah, stop.
bro, there's not a
Then act
kid
like it.
that my kids know. Like, listen, bro, I will put it all on the line.
Walt
You
ever-
seen
sees
those?
Don't ever
Y'all
put
seen those viral videos where like the kid
pranking,
say something. Yeah,
pranking
they
to the
pranking the
mom,
dad.
and the
They
dad
pranking the
gets up
dad, and
and
they cuss
jokes
the
their
mom
ass
out, and
up.
they like, "Mom, what the fuck are you talking about?" And the dad immediately jump up like, "Nigga, who the fuck? Nigga, that's my wife. Who you talking to, bro?" Like, I feel like a little bit of that need to be like, you just can't talk to me like that if you Walt Jr. Everybody else may be able to because I'm that much of a bitch, but you not talking to me like that, bro.
They can Walt, bro.
Promise you.
That's Walt. Walt letting that shit slide.
It's like, how did you allow yourself to?
To get in this, but yeah, facts.
Hey, that's what
Yeah,
we need.
Walt letting that shit slide, man.
We need like a mini series, the prequel of like the Walter White.
How Walt Jr. got like this.
No, not Walt Jr. Walter. Like
Walt,
we need
yeah.
to know him, like his
We
brilliance in
see it.
college. We need to know like how we need that. Like I would say, like it ain't got to be like 5 seasons, but like a mini series of like 8 episodes of Walter.
Man, this nigga was voting on his third president on college campuses, creeping over Skyler. Man, I ain't trying to see that shit. Walt's driving and he hears sirens behind him. He gets paranoid, thinking that his crimes are finally catching up with him. And it's actually very interesting. Just sidebar. I don't know if they did this intentionally, but just that theme of the world revolves around me, and kind of like the God complex that we see Walt develop throughout the series. Like even now, like why you think your little funky ass? I know you got a body on him, but what makes you think this car pulling up is just chasing you down like there's some helicopter in
Right.
the sky?
Over the
Either way,
5 racks. Like, come on.
yeah,
bro.
over them 5 racks. We seeing paranoid trying to put the money
But-
away.
To your point, that is how it be. When you outside and you living a life like that, every time you see some lights, you like, oh shit. You
it.
you get that little feeling in your stomach. That does happen. Like even if you ain't,
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing but a quarter of weed on me, but still, like goddamn, like
Because you can't
I
never
think
be
they coming to get me.
100% that nobody saw you.
Yeah,
Whatever you're doing, you can't never be 100%, and that's where the paranoia kicks in right there.
facts.
Yeah, man. Walter realizes they're not after him. He pulls up to the credit union, waits for a parking spot, but some punchable face motherfucker named Ken takes this parking spot from him. Like just a real dickhead, Bluetooth wearing motherfucker, Mr. Incredible looking motherfucker. Like just they did a real good job with just making this character very dislikable. Unlikable.
And a fun
should I say.
fact:
What's up?
this dude was on Better Call Saul. They scammed him on Better Call Saul. Like Kim and Saul seen him in a bar. I'm
No, you're right.
95% right. Yeah, I think I'm
You're right.
yeah, this is the same dude who they scammed inside of a bar he gave them the contract or whatever it may be. He thought that they had just got into some money or whatever it may be. So great callback
That is a great callback.
on
That
Better
is a
Call
great
Saul.
callback on that. We see him like actually stop, and then they go inside, and we see him talking about some crazy talking crazy about some random woman named Stacy on the phone. Walt's fuming as
And
he's
the bank
waiting,
teller.
and the bank teller, like all of that. And Walt's just kind of fuming, and he wants to deposit this for a cashier's check. Once again, this isn't really a big scene, mostly just the guy Ken. Any comments on what happened?
Does this piss y'all off if somebody did this to y'all?
Oh, took my spot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm getting all the way. Yeah, we going all the way there. We going all the way there. Like I'm not. It kind of depends on the mood. But somebody like him, like you knowingly took my shit.
Hey,
I don't think he knew.
Hey, Rick's about to get his Chuck E. Cheese on. You heard?
Yeah, man.
That's
Nah, we ain't about
hilarious.
to
Straight up.
Put
Yeah,
the little
we,
kid in the headlock.
Hey, listen,
yeah.
going crazy.
I'm moving on. I ain't because I'm gonna take it way too far. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
Nah,
like
I'm
get
let
to
it roll
that.
because
Yeah, I'm letting it roll because it's gonna get police probably have to be called. Something might happen to somebody. Like I before I get to all that, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck you, bro.
Well, 'cause
I think I'm answering based off of him. I think that's what it is. Like knowing how much of a douche this character is. Like I just knowing that somebody like that got over on me would bother me. But if it was just some random, Joe Blow, I'd probably be like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, he ain't even fly like that, like talking or whatever. Like you can.
Man, you got a Bluetooth headset in. I know it's 2008 and that shit was in, but
Probably the worst I'm gonna do is like blow, like holding down the horn.
Okay.
yeah. And I hope you
That's
say
the
something.
worst. Yeah, that's the worst. Yeah, exactly. Now you escalated. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna blow, but you escalated. Now we can.
Or I
I can
might-
have verification for taking it.
I might park behind them. I might do one of those. I might park behind them. Like straight up.
and take all day in the bank.
Yeah, because I want that. I want that conversation. I want that conversation. I want that to happen.
Yeah, nah.
I want. I
And
want
what do
you
you
to come
say?
to me, man.
What do you say when he genuinely says, I didn't see you, bro. My bad."
Hey, man, pay attention.
Mm.
See what happened when you ain't paying attention. You should be paying more attention if you're driving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I ain't see you. I don't care none of that. Nah, bro. This is your lesson today.
Mm-hmm. You gonna learn today.
Yeah. Fuck out of here, bro. Stop playing with me. But nah, hopefully the cops don't need to be called. There's no violence involved.
Speaking of the cops, Walter was paranoid like the black man be. But anyway,
We've all
Like
had
who?
that experience.
Walter,
that
I said
walk
that
when
Walter,
the
when he's
sirens hit,
driving, like,
motherfucker
it was
come
like-
up on you. Yeah, we all had that.
Always. But anyway, that was just a little side.
It's either that or when
You
you
ain't
hear it
gotta
in the
have nothing
music
on
and
you.
you don't. It's either that or when you hear it in the music, you gotta turn it down to see if that's real or it's just a fucking song or not.
Facts.
Hey, facts.
Another disgusting thing is not the Bluetooth now, but like when people talking on the phone like that and it's on speaker.
Like right now,
That
Yeah,
grinds
that's all
my
people do now.
gears, bro. I fucking hate that shit, nigga.
nobody. If you notice, nobody puts their phone up to their face.
Yeah, they have it. They holding it like
They
this.
hold it like this on speaker, and you hearing everybody
Well, I'm
conversation.
one of
no
those
AirPods, no nothing.
You do
you
that?
ain't got no headphones.
But nah, but I
That's
turn mine.
nasty.
But I turn mine like way down. Like I have the speaker on, but
That's
I put it
still
up to my ear.
nasty though.
But why not
That's
just put it up to your
nasty.
face?
Because actually my actual speaker in my phone, like because I dropped it in water one time, like I can't really hear. So
You ain't got no AirPods, no nothing you plug into them, nothing.
I mean I got some plug in headphones, but they at work. Like, and then I got the other ones, but they ain't really no good. So
We gotta put you on Santa's Christmas list, man. We
Yeah,
gotta
we need to
ask
get you
Santa
a new
to send
phone,
you some
bro.
AirPods, man.
We gotta get you a new
Yeah.
phone or something.
Christmas list, y'all fried.
Jesus, bro.
We got-
Hey, look, get
I hate
Mo,
that shit with a passion.
Get
nigga.
Mo Mobile out here.
Oh shit, man.
I got the hookup. Oh, if you
You hear me?
We moving on to the next scene. We pay into a random family dinner. There's that glass of milk, as I mentioned. I said Walt was probably drinking one with his grilled cheese. I've noticed that white folks love glass of milk with their meals. I don't know
Is
if
this
that's-
real? Or is this only a
Bro,
sitcom?
we all
thing?
did it in the cafeteria, bro. All right, let's keep it a beam.
That was with lunch though, and it was
Yeah, that
chocolate
was with
milk.
lunch. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely had
It's
that
the white
chocolate
milk.
milk.
And I'm only saying this because we recently did a Little Giants for Culture Garden, and every scene that somebody was eating their lunch, like they was just drinking milk. With
It
it.
had
I'm
milk
just
with
like,
it.
oh,
That
okay.
shit was
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
That
That
shit
when the
crazy.
Got Milk wave was crazy.
Yeah, you
Got
can't
milk
pay
wave
me.
was
to get-
nuts.
That was one of the best marketing campaigns the
absolutely.
world has ever seen.
Absolutely.
You can't pay me to drink milk now, nigga.
Nah.
Without question, man. But we see the family just discussing mundane day-to-day stuff. when they hear noise in the background. We find out that this is the childhood home of Jesse Pinkman. Yes, this is the Pinkman family. He's asleep for what seems like a full 24 hours, and his parents are trying to determine what it could be this time, and also discuss if they should let him stay. So we get Jesse back home. We see his family. We see that he does come from a real home place. He's just not this random dude who seems like he's struggling in every area of life. Mo, what did you think about the introduction of the family and what alludes to Jesse's issues with drugs in the past, given that they have to question whether or not he should even be staying there?
To be honest, man, like the Jesse family stuff has always been way more intriguing than the White family. The Pinkman stuff, it's and that's what I was holding off on. There's not a ton of scenes in this episode, but that's what I've been holding off on because I'm just not that interested. That's the thing why I put Sopranos so at the highest because they managed to capture all these different elements. Breaking Bad doesn't capture this. I care so much about my family, and again, I have the foresight of knowing what's to come, and all of that because I've seen the series. But even before I seen the series, I just didn't feel it. But when it came to Jesse's story, I felt it and I connected with it. So when it comes to this reveal, you can feel this interesting dynamic of the Pinkman's house and the relationship between Jesse and his little brother Jake and his parents, and this whole prodigal son concept of like you went away from home and you came back, and you know, and you could tell like when I first watched it, I said, man, his parents don't give a shit about him, but watching, I'm like, okay, they do care. They've done this numerous of times, and I got my brother has had similar stories. I've spoke about it on numerous occasions where it's like that. It's like, no, you do care about them, but it's just like sometimes you can't do nothing for them. So it's looking at this time, I say, okay, even his dad, like, which is like more of the stern one, like they do care about Jesse, you know, and they do want him to do well, but he was just an F up. Like throughout high school, he still is. We talked about that loser language, you know, and so it was just the Pinkman story is just the family is way more interesting than the whites. I never connect with the whites, and it could be because I'm black. It's too far out of my territory of understanding, and that's not a bar.
I don't connect with the whites because I'm black.
Yeah, and literally their last name is White, but I'm gonna keep on, you know, making that connection. But I just can't connect with it. But like when it comes to Jesse again, and his family, this is a real family. Like the mom is really trying to figure out what to do because she cares about him, and there was some brilliance in Jesse, and we'll see later in the series that there's some brilliance in Jesse. Like we'll see that later down. Like when he applies himself, he can get in his bag. And I think that that's the hope that the mother has versus the father is in the reality. This is who he is now, and we got to do something about it. And then, you know, of course, Jesse admiring his old art, which is like shows a little bit of his brilliance. Yeah, and then of course we get the call from Jesse, the Spanish homie, you know, telling him that he's moving that crystal. So this is intriguing to me. Like I don't care nothing about the whites and the family, but the Pinkmans, I can get all of this. Like this is always interesting to me. So
That's an interesting perspective, and it's interesting because I'm totally on the other side of it. This is not intriguing to me. I do not care. I feel like a loser is a loser, and the dad called it, and he knows it. The mom, as mothers are, they're more nurturing. They want their children to be this thing that they envision in their heads. They raised them for 18 years, but there's never been a point in time where I see Jesse as someone who could be capable of what the mom probably expects of him. And even in something simple like those clothes, like they look they look a little worn in, like you want me to wash them. Even him not having the self-respect to be like, shit, yeah, like yeah, wash my clothes. Like, yeah, like taking the simple things that they're willing to offer him to be a reasonable, upstanding adult, he's not interested in. He's never been interested in that stuff. And I think that speaks to Jesse's character and why this is not as compelling to me. He was never going to change or be anything else. There was brilliance there at one point as a child. I do agree with you, Mo. and it just wasn't probably nurtured enough. And they've done it with this second child, and
Jake.
they know the mistakes that they've made,
Hmm.
and you see them and you see the effects of probably Jesse wasn't being given the same type of parenting that he's gotten, and that's why he's been able to be so successful at a young age like he was. But this just is not compelling to me because I don't think Jesse ever really had a chance. I would be interested in what his parents had going on when he was coming up because it seems like they learned a lesson, and now they're more invested as parents with the second child.
Hmm.
So that's the interesting
Interesting.
part for me.
Okay.
Interesting. I'm always invested in family background and kind of see how somebody became who they are. Um, Maybe this episode isn't the best representation, but the parents and the aspects of it throughout the series. There's one of my favorite moments in the series that involved Jesse's parents
Hmm.
with Jesse, where Jesse kind of gets to flex on him. And you know, it just lets you know that this dude that we have for the first 3.5 episodes seen as an extreme fuck up, he comes from a real place. He didn't just this, he's not this imaginary character that fell out the sky. Like this dude, a lot of things led to this point. And you get to look at his life and you see the nice home, the two parents, you have a son that looks like he's doing okay. You try to figure out, well, what was it about? It's kind of what you said, Spike. What was it about this kid that they didn't get it right with him? Is it just him, or was it his environment that he was raised in? Kind of get to see it all. So it's very interesting from that perspective, in my opinion. We'll get back to the parents here in a second. We have a really small scene at the school where Walt Jr. is waiting for Walt in his classroom. He didn't take the bus. Walt has to finish a couple of things, and he says, "You know what? You can just ride with me." And then he looks and says, "You know what? I just think that things have a way of working themselves out." Obviously, this was in response to what is he doing, or why the hell isn't he doing anything, or whatever Walt Jr. was cussing him out about. Any comment on that small scene?
Um,
Give it AJ Soprano vibes. I didn't realize how much it gave AJ Soprano vibes until this rewatch. To be honest with you,
Mm.
maybe even worse than AJ.
it's so hard because it's like, and I think y'all, I think I sent y'all something a minute ago as far as like somebody. I'm not gonna call him an AJ apologist, but they were definitely on some like at least giving context to
I saw
maybe
that.
the possibility of why he was like that. You know, it's hard for me when it comes to the kids' relationship with parents where you get no context. And you know, and again, I'm not trying to make it racial for all of our listeners that are not, you know, happen to be, you know, black people or, you know, people of color, whatever, however you want to classify it. But it's I have a hard time when
People of color.
people when like with in a black household, you're going to explain yourself. You're going to explain yourself.
The
Like
kid.
yeah, the kid. Like you
Yeah.
a kid in our household. Think about how much it will burn your parent up when you be like, "Oh no, oh no," like that was never good enough. Your parent will make you get down to the reason why you did what you did. And so when we get these shows and we see these kids and we get no explanation on why they're doing the things that they're doing and we're supposed to just feel for them, I don't feel anything for them because I didn't grow up that way and I don't understand it. Like
I don't even know what that
I
lifestyle is
don't
like.
even know what that's like. It's so foreign to me. Like, why are you acting like that? At least give me a reason why you're
That's a good
acting
point.
like that. So it was hard with AJ, but even that video, it kind of helped a little bit. It's like, okay, he went one way, then he went another way. Regardless, he never had supportive parents. Okay, but then Walt
I'm more
Jr.
accepting of AJ probably than Walt Jr. To be
He
honest
making
with you.
AJ looking a lot better right now. But
Facts.
hopefully we'll see later in the series. But like right now, he making AJ look a lot better. And you know, y'all know if y'all listen to Good Earners, how much we can't stand AJ. Like
Yeah.
we skip over his scenes. That's how much we couldn't stand him. So that's all I got to add to the scene, Rich.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We see Jesse going back to the Pinkman house. See Jesse having some bonding time with his brother Jake. Seeing all the awards hanging in his room, including the environmental consciousness award. What's that mean? What you like recycle cans and shit? Jesse reminds him that not all learning comes out of books. Great big brother advice. And then he does the old, you know, we should hang out more and chill. You know, like a nigga that you see from high school that you ain't ever talked to. We should exchange numbers, that type of shit. Um, He tells him that he can give some advice, and then the mom knocks on the door to check in, make sure everything okay, and leaves the door open. And Jesse takes offense to that, but he also finds out from Jake that he is all they ever talk about. Jake is not the favorite son, according to Jake. Jesse's the one who gets all the attention. He's the talk of the house. As we get this brother to brother moment and kind of dig into that dynamic, what did y'all think about this scene?
I respect the mom for this. My bad, Mo.
No, go ahead. I won't see what
I respect the mom for this. I'm not letting you. If it's my fault or your fault, it's fine. Like that's the past. However, I do have this son now who has a bright future. I don't know what you got going on. You just popped back up. I want reassurance from him. Like she asked both of them, is it okay? Waited for the younger son to answer, not just Jesse, and leaving the mom open, like leaving the door open, like you said. Like, I'm cool off you, bro. I will extend this hospitality because you are my son, but I'm not letting you corrupt the one that I'm getting it right with. That's not going to happen. So
The
if
irony
you
of this
think
episode, though.
yeah, it's facts. And if you think I'm treating you like a criminal or whatever it may be, it's fine. But I'm not gonna back down from that because I'm stern in wanting to make sure I got this one right. So I get that. I fuck with the mom in this.
Is there any thought of like you gonna be who you gonna be regardless of what happens? Like Jake gonna do whatever he wants regardless of Jesse or not. Like I said, which we see in this episode, we'll talk about later. But
No, not really for me. Like, yeah, there are things like parameters are set in place for you to not go as far as Jesse did. I feel like with this new upbringing for him. So smoking like you got a joint hit behind spoiler alert for late in the episode. The joint hidden in the plant. Okay, I mean it's weed. This was 2000 or whatever it may be. Weed ain't looked at the same way that it was looked at now. So they make it a big deal, but it's not a big deal. Like versus you out here selling meth and smoking it. Like nah, bro.
fair, fair, fair. Mo, what you got?
Again, like I know me and Spike are and we have differences in regards to how we look at the Pinkman family. I still find it more interesting. Like you could feel this interesting dynamic of the Pinkman's house and the relationship between Jesse and Jake and his parents. You know, it's I don't know. I just this when Jesse sees his brother, there's this thing of he sees what he could have been, or maybe if things were different. You know how, of course, y'all, just like The Sopranos, we referenced The Wire. Breaking Bad, we're going to reference Sopranos, so y'all get used to it. Just how like Tony would look at certain things with like Jackie Jr. was like, man, look, you got the world by the balls. You know, he's looking at his brother in this sense that like, bro, you could really do things. I know it's over for me. You know what I mean? I already sold meth. I'm sleeping with coked out hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like my life is different. You know what I'm saying? But you can still do things. And he's saying, and what I liked about Jesse, and we'll even get to the later scene what Spike was like referencing before we get there, is the fact that, bro, I got some things that I can offer you, but I'm not trying to tank you. So while Spike respects the mother, and she is in the right because of how he is, I don't know. It's hard because maybe Jesse hasn't vocalized who he is enough with the parents where they can see, because Jesse was genuinely trying to be a big brother here. Like, he not saying like, oh, I've got it all together. He's just saying like, hey, look, I can tell you what not to do. I can't tell you what to do.
I was about to say, does he get that privilege?
Yeah, great. You took the words right out of my mouth, Rich. You don't have
we blood.
Bro, you still don't have that privilege in my house no more. You blew that. So the doors are going to be open.
We don't
you can't have private conversations with my son. Like,
okay, door could
you
be
blew
open.
That for me.
Door could be open, but I don't know. We don't have context on how bad Jesse was.
We see him in the wild.
Yeah, we see him. Yeah, we see him.
Right.
But if he's coming here, they were literally about to throw him out. Then they see him. Oh, he's putting the table together, putting the forks and knives in the right order and all that. He's doing those things, and we see that. And the fact that we're seeing it, like, okay, they chilled out on him a little bit. So yeah, there's always this teetering of, okay, maybe he got it together this time. And only reason I can connect with, because I've been through this in real time with my own sibling. So it's like it just resonates different for me. So yeah, you're right. Open the door. You don't get that you ain't on that type of time. I don't know what you're gonna tell your younger brother, our youngest son. So you're right in that sense. But I do think that if they would have opened the door and then like hit around the corner, listen to what he said, then interrupt if you feel like he's tainting Jake. You know what I'm saying? We don't get the context of that just yet. But I think Jesse was in the right place. And I think that as a parent, and I am a parent, you got to look at the heart of the character person, of the person. Yeah, the actions matter too. So you don't just overlook the actions, but the heart. The heart of where they are, you know what I mean? That matters too. I'm not saying hey, bro, come over here and talk to your little brother. Like, nah, bro, you on meth, you a criminal. Like, I get all that, but this is one of them things. Like, if y'all allowed him in the house, y'all allowed him to have a night here or two or whatever it is, wash his clothes, then just like open the door, but like creep around the corner if he's off track by any means. Now, this is something that I'll say. I'm not trying to disregard where you're coming from, but this is one of the things that, like, I'm looking at it from both sides. I've been the kid and I am the parent now. So that's where I can see both angles. But go ahead. You look like you about to say something.
No, you make good points. You're speaking from a parent. I can't speak from that perspective. I can't speak from the perspective of having family members and knowing people going through like what Jesse goes through. Okay. And they burn you a certain amount of times as to where there is no benefit of the doubt no more.
Oh, that's
I don't care. Right. I don't care how you come to me, hat in hand. I'm changed. I'm this. I'm that. It don't matter, bro. You still have burnt that bridge.
That's true.
You're here because you're family, and I'm not callous enough to like turn my back on you completely. However, you get no benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Like, there is no benefit of the doubt. You've proven who you are. You may be down a new road, and I commend you for that, and I'll support you in any way. However, doors staying open, no private conversations. Like, I'm just, from what we see of the character of Jesse so far, it looks like those bridges have been burnt. So I get where his mom is coming from in the sense of like, nah, bro, like there is no, because I'm sure we can all relate. Like, if you have family members like that, it get to a point where it's like, nah, there is no benefit of the doubt no more,
right.
bro.
You right.
I'm handling you how like I see you. So
like I literally have family like that. Like I have, like
I do too. I know
my brother. I was like, bro, I literally had to have a conversation. Like, we're dealing with an addict. When you understand, like family members, cousin, uncle, whatever, you got to remember, you're dealing with an addict. Like we talked about, like DUIs and stuff, and having to go to drug and alcohol classes. The teacher will tell you right off, I still identify as an addict. And so
I'm doing this for you just because you're family. There is no other thing about it. Like, I don't believe what you're saying. I ain't bought into what you're saying. I don't know what you got. Like, only reason we doing this because we share the same blood.
You make a good point.
And I think that's where experience are.
It's a good conversation. Just real quick, when Jake tells Jesse that he's all they ever talk about, do you think it's because of he's so fucked up and we worried about like him coming back, or do you think it's a sense of love? Like, Jake made it seem like it was you they favorite. Like, they talk about you that much, not you a fuck up, and that's why they talking about you. How did y'all interpret that?
I think it's like the story of the prodigal son in the Bible, like the son that was there doing all the things.
Yeah,
Spike Lee know the Bible.
The callback. He know that one at least. He know that at least.
I know that one. I know a couple of stories out there.
You know that. You know David and Goliath. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
what I'm talking about. Let's go.
I know a couple of stories out there.
Hey, my guy.
Let's go, Spike Lee.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's like the son that was there doing all the work, doing all the things, putting in all the efforts to be the person that the father wanted to be. And then this dude who was going off doing who the fuck knows what pops back up one day, and it's like, oh my God, we're so glad to see you. They didn't act that way towards Jesse, but how he was explaining how they talked about Jesse was that. And I think that was trying to be preventative for the parents because we don't want you to turn out this way. Yeah, we speak of him. Yeah, we speak highly of him. Yeah, we talk about him all the time. But that was a mistake that we made. And we don't want to make that mistake again. So we want to continue to reference that mistake to make sure that you stay on track to do what you're supposed and need to do.
Well said. Well said. Let's move on to the next scene. We have actually Jesse smoking a cigarette. He can't sleep, and he goes through some of his old belongings, sees some old drawings, which we see Jesse has some talent. One time he was a regular kid. We see pictures of a young Aaron Paul who plays Jesse in the room. He also had a wild drawing of Walt, a wild drawing of Walt. My goodness. Also sees a test from Walt that says, "You got to be kidding me. You should apply yourself." Just showing that brilliance on one hand, failure in the other, like lack of applying. Um, Gets a phone call from his boy wanting some more of that crystal. He has some rich friends that'll buy everything he has, which of course makes Jesse's wheels start spinning, especially as he realizes he really doesn't have any direction in life right now. Spike Lou, any comment on this scene of Jesse just trying to kind of reminiscing and also figuring out what his next step is?
This was cute. It's cute that they showed the old drawings. It's cute that they tried to humanize Jesse in the sense of, oh, he was a normal kid too. But the reason why Breaking Bad is so good is written so well, even bleeding into Better Call Saul and the places they take you, and then immediately make that left turn is here. Like, yeah, you want to feel sorry for Jesse. You want to look at him as like, damn man, if he only had a chance. But as soon as he get that phone call, I'm back in action. And I know so many niggas like that. I've been in so many of those experiences where like I'm trying to do better, I'm trying to do this, I just got out, I'm staying away from this, that, and the third. And then as soon as that phone call happens, it's like I'm back in the mix. Oh, I'm popping like Mortimer, we're back. Like they said in Coming to America. Like, and that's what happened with Jesse. Like, yeah, you doing this until the opportunity presents itself for you to get back in that life because that life is what you experience. That's what you know. That's what you thrive in. That's where you feel most comfortable at. You're not comfortable looking at these photographs, talking to your little brother, living a good life in the suburbs. That's not where you're comfortable at. Your comfortable zone is a nigga hitting you up and being like, bro, like stacks on deck, bro. You got that good shit, nigga. You can get it to me like, let's run it. That's your zone. That's Jesse. That's who he is. And them building this up to that point to show us, like, yeah, there is a other side of him, but that's just not him. What is him is that phone call to be like, bro, if you still got some of that, then you can make 4, 5, 6 racks right now. Pull up. And guess what's happening, nigga? We sparking the jet up and we pulling up. Like all that cool, all that little brother talk, all that shit is cool. But I'm gonna go do this because this is what I do.
Two things can be true though. You
Touche.
can,
I ain't saying you wrong.
Touche. Yeah, you could be, you could be this brother that like, I look like I'm trying to give you some game, but at the same time, because for me, just my interpretation of Jesse talking to Jacob, I didn't get like he's trying to act like he's holier than thou. I think he already knew he was dirty. You know what I mean? He knows who he is. He know what it was. They caught me high in their backyard, getting stuck in a pool chair. Like Jesse know who he is in regards to how he's looked at with the parents. I don't think he's confused at like, oh, how y'all gonna do me like this? But Jake, y'all my little bro. I don't think he was confused. I think he was just like when he makes the statement, and that'll come back later in this episode. I was like, everything, all the things you can learn. Not all learning comes from books. Like he's keeping it to being, and we know we got uncles, cousins, older cousins, older people that we notice. Like sometimes they're like, bro, they might not be the most educated, but they know some things. But that don't always mean they make the greatest life decisions either. We just know that they could be speaking some real stuff, but they also this nigga over here that does these things too. So I think two things could be true. But yeah, you're right
with that.
And I mean, what you're saying, Jesse trying to get out of that loser, trying to get out of that loser language. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of it.
And to your point, to piggyback off that, it's hard. A lot of people go through this when they trying to get out of that loser language. It's like, I want to do right. I want to do these things that are contributing to society and my family. However, I know how to make money over here
Yeah.
in the loser lane. I can go to the loser lane and pick up a couple racks.
Is that a
And
is that
that's how
loser
they
line?
Yeah, that's the loser lane. If I'm leaving my family house, who they're entrusting in me to be with my little brother, to think that I have changed, to have this new outlook on life where they can trust me. However, at 3, 4 in the morning, I'm taking a phone call from a nigga being like, "You still got that shit on you?" I'm going back to the loser lane. But that's where I thrive at. I'm going to make them. I can go make racks over there.
So,
I'm not figuring out how to make a living over here in the right lane in the winner's circle with my family and with my little brother for them to look at me differently, because I know I can go do this over here and it's easier.
okay.
That's the loser lane.
Okay, so Richie April for trying to sell drugs. That's loser lane?
Give me more context. What you saying?
No, my understanding is you're saying you could go like more the legit route, but instead you're going.
But the difference with Richie April, they gangsters anyway. There is no winner lane for them. Everything we do got like scum on it. Like everything, like that's what we do. We criminals. Jesse could go from this position that he's in, going to visit his family, seeing what this life is like. He can go straight legit.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so so you recontextualize what that is. Like you talking about from a civilian sense more so than like
he could go straight civilian from here. There's no civilian route for Richie Aprile.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting points, man. Jesse goes to Waltz, and Waltz asks him who sent him. You know, he's very paranoid about what's going on. Why are you at my doorstep? Jesse confirms, I waited till the ball buster left, so it's just me and you. You know, I ain't trying to pull up on you while your family or your wife was here. Jesse tells him to speak into the mic for accusing him of wearing a wire.
You took my line, man. You think I'm wired? Here go the mic, bitch. Speak into it.
Great line, man. He said he came to touch base, man. I just want to make sure everything going all right. And I want to let you know everybody loves the meth. Wants to know if you ever given any thought about cooking again. You know, after all we can get past this little crazy 8 situation and all this, maybe we can cook again, man. Maybe we can feed the streets. And Walt becomes furious, kicks him out. Jesse gives him or maybe tosses him $4,000 for his share of the batch. Fellas, we obviously see a very dysfunctional relationship. Any thoughts on, was Jesse violating by showing up to Walt's house? And what did you think about his offer? Hey man, let's reconnect. Let's go ahead and keep going. We're making money off this. Looks like there's a lane for us. Let's keep it moving. What are your thoughts on the scene?
I don't know if violation is what I would call it. Jesse's young. He don't really know how to do this and how to like move forward in being like a kingpin, drug dealer, narco type dude. So one, he's dealing with, I just killed somebody with you. There's a connection there. I waited till your wife left at least. I know she the ball breaker, but there's a connection there as to where you should kind of be open to me wanting to come talk to you versus dealing with these thoughts on my own and who knows what I'm going to do. So the coldness that Walt has for him speaks to my theory of he's always been broken bad. He don't even understand or get it from this disgusting ass personality that Walt has. Like, not like this is a not even a teenager, but a young person
Early
who
20s,
you just killed some. Yeah, early 20s. We just killed people together, bro.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, I'm going
Jesse
to pop
24
up.
the series.
I'm going to pop up at the crib because I'm dealing with shit and I want your assistance as an older OG to help me deal with this. Not even on no meth shit or anything like that, but just to have a conversation with like, how you dealing with it, bro? Because I'm fucked up right now. And Walt, that never even crossed Walt's mind. That's how much of a psycho fucking path that he is. Like he ain't even thinking about. They haven't hearkened in on him thinking about the deaths or anything that he did at all. Jesse's been dealing with this shit.
They did. They gave us a scene when he was sitting on the highway. Last episode, he was sitting on the highway taking it all in.
I'm talking about this episode. You
Oh
right?
no, I'm just saying.
I'm
but
talking
they
about this
did-
episode.
They did give us his process. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. He got over it really quickly, is what I'm saying, which
That's
shows
true.
he's a fucking psychopath.
That's true.
Like if me and another nigga murdered somebody together and he popped up at the crib, it ain't gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing here? It's more so like, what's good, bro? You good? Like you trying to figure out, is it good? Because like we just went through some crazy shit together. And
Bishop and
them-
Juice.
facts. And them going through that together and Walt not even understanding where Jesse was coming from shows how I feel like Walt was broken bad from the fucking beginning. But I thought this was a great scene in the sense of him trying to display to Walt, there's money in this. It paves the path for the rest of the series as to why it makes sense that they would get back together and start doing the things they do.
I think with Walt, he's been his whole entire, especially marital life and parental life, he's been compartmentalizing the entire time. So he already has this ability that Jesse doesn't have.
True.
Jesse is definitely wearing his heart on his sleeve. He's young. He don't understand that yet. So Walter has already been compartmentalizing that his wife is who she is. His son don't respect him. His wife don't respect him. His brother-in-law and sister-in-law don't respect him. His students, his class don't respect him. He's been able to his second job at the car wash. His boss don't respect him. He's compartmentalized, so he already has that ability to do that. So I think that he compartmentalized this as well. As crazy as it is, now it's psycho because it's like, bro, you literally choke somebody
nuts.
out with
That's
a bike
nuts.
with a bike lock. You know what I mean? It's nuts.
That's nuts. That's
It
nuts.
is. But I think that he found a way to treat it as a compartmentalization of how he does everything. Until eventually we get to the point like, bro, you just stone cold. So I think that's a part of it versus Jesse, like, bro, like this ain't even how I rock. Like, I feel like Jesse is a person that deals with things in real time. Like he gets emotional in real time. He don't let it marinate. He don't let it build up. He deals with things in real time, which is why we get the type of arguments we get between the two. And you know, Jesse throwing the money at him, that was so disrespectful.
Was it? He deserved that shit.
No, he did, but it's still disrespectful. Like it's just me harking ATL, but but still, so
So disrespectful.
that was so disrespectful. But no,
I think Walt deserved that shit. That's how you gonna get these 4,000. You throwing me out your house. You not listening to what I'm saying as far as what we had going on. You acting like you don't want to cook no more. Here go the 4,000, bitch. Get it out the pool.
Yeah, and because it's real, because it's and it's the interesting part. We talk about Jesse being a loser, but at some point in his thought process, being high on meth and being sober or whatever he's doing, he had to consider that this is the exception to the rule. This is not the rule in regards to Jesse got to bury a dead body. Walt has to actually whack somebody. I think he had to consider at some point like this is not how the business works on a daily. This is just the rarity of it. Again, we don't get that, but he had to consider that. You know what I mean? And that's why he come back, because Jesse was the one leading the conversation. Like, bro, after this, we done. I'm not doing this no more. This is I'm Captain Cook. I cook my little BS meth. You know what I'm saying?
Chili powder.
Yeah, my little chili powder, whatever. But I think that he figured that out. Like, okay, this is just an exception to the rule. I wish we would have got some kind of contemplation in that regard, but that's fine. You know what I mean? So,
Gotcha. Let's move on. Next scene. Shout out to the top oncologist in the country being a brother. Just want to make sure I
Hey,
put some
yo.
shine on that. David Chase would have never. He would have fucking.
Charcoal Baguette.
Ever.
Yeah, he'd have never thought about doing this.
Never
No.
walked out of his office if it was on The Sopranos.
Nah, straight up, man. The oncologist lets Walt and Skyler know that the cancer is very serious. Wouldn't say that it's curable, but it is treatable and it could prolong Walt's life, but at what cost? He talks about side effects such as hair and weight loss, fatigue, nausea, kidney and bladder infection, and the list keeps going
ED.
on and on. Yeah, man, he might as well have it with Skyler. Shit. But you get the picture. You get the picture of what's going on. How do y'all feel about Walt just kind of processing all this information? Skyler's trying to be attentive and see what options there are to help. And all Walter's looking at is the downfall and the stuff that he's going to have to deal with. And is this a regular life? Shout out to, I know Spike Lee, you watching. Shout out to Reasonable Doubt. What Mama Lou's talking about. That's not. I don't want to live a life like this. Like being terrified, knowing that my health is one way or another, and even if I do go through chemo, it won't be regular. I got all these side effects I could be dealing with. So, how did y'all take this scene? Any comment on it? It wasn't really a long one, but did speak to where Walt's mindset was.
This on another week in the books too, so y'all make sure y'all check that out on the feed. I don't want to go through this, bro. If I'm Walt, like I'm good. Like, I don't got to spend $90,000 to have ED, lose my hair, be in the bed all day. Like I don't. I'm good. Like just let me go through the natural cause of things. And I know that's different from how a lot of people think of it, because they value, which I do as well, like value life. But it's just a certain quality of life that you want to live and have. But you telling me all these things, and again, as a doctor, there's no way that you can say with certainty that this is going to help me. Then I'm just doing this shit for nothing. And I just learned, we just talked about this on Islamization. I just learned, like, doctors can't tell you that. They can't tell you, like, this will cure you, this will do this, that, and third, because you can come and sue them.
Yeah,
Which I didn't know. Yeah, they liable if they say, well, yeah, this is going to work. They have to tell you, like, it may work, most, like, so nah, I'm good, bro. I ain't got to spend 90,000 for this. I'm sorry.
Mo, what about you?
Nah, it's a different scenario.
You have family and you're married.
Yeah,
so
it's a different. Like I think it'd be, you know, if you brothers were in that same position, it'd be different. Just because, you know, as much as that costs, it's like it's a priceless thing in regards to, like, I can't leave my offspring. They got the Spike Lee blood in there. They got Kyron blood in there. I ain't ready to leave that behind just yet. I know it costs this much, but I ain't ready to leave it behind. I got so many more lessons, so many more conversations, so much more laughter left.
So let me ask you this. Is that selfish, though? If you know that your demise might come and now all this debt is sitting on their shoulders, is that selfish? I get what you're saying, though. You make a great point. But you're also leaving them with a heavy burden after you're going.
Yeah, but what if you don't go? If there's a chance that, in the words of Monica from Love and Basketball, chances are there's still a chance. And so it's like,
if Walt Jr. is my offspring, gonna take me out, bro.
Well, he got a baby girl coming. Let's be clear. He got a baby girl. He has a baby girl coming.
If that's the lineage right there.
But you got, but I mean, but think about it though. Okay, say that's whatever. Like, okay, it's a dud over there, but like you have a brand new child on the way. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's like, yo, she could be like daddy. You know what I'm saying? She could be like me. She could be witty, clever, intelligent. I want to live to see that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to see how much is she like me? How much is she like her? How, you know what I mean? And, you know, so I get it. You know, I'm trying to paint the picture in y'all world, but
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
I just curiosity of, I just want to see, like, you know what I mean, be around a little bit longer. So yes, the debt is there, but like everybody's in debt. Like that's just what it is, bro. You went to college, you in debt. If you ain't got a scholarship, you in debt.
I don't know. It ain't even the debt part. I feel like you're getting over on me, to be honest with you. Like from the type of personality that I have. Yeah, the whole, not even just the doctor, the system. Like y'all telling me.
Oh, of course.
I know what's going to happen from this. I'm class this, whatever it may be from cancer. I'm going to die from this. Y'all can talk to me about remission. Y'all can talk to me about treatment. Y'all can talk to me about all these things, but chances are this is going to kill me. I'm going to spend $90,000 on some treatment and for some shit that I'm going to die from anyway. Like that's how Walt looking at it. And I get that. And again, I understand where you coming from, Mo, with the family, with the wife, with children. It's like, if there's a chance, there's a chance. Me and my world, it's like, bro, like, nah, y'all getting over on me because y'all can't do y'all really can't do shit about this.
I guess it depends on how they paint the picture in the diagnosis. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if it feels like what you're saying, y'all not clear in it, then it's like, yeah. But if it's like they're painting the
They
picture
can't
like
be
there's a
clear because
possibility.
they don't want to get sued though. That's
Well-
that's the point that I made at the top of the conversation. Like there's no way you can be clear and say if you do this, this is going to help. What you can do is suggest to me that this is going to happen, and some of my patients react this way, some of them react that way. But me looking at it, it's like, bro, like you ain't finna sell me no bag of goods when I'm spending $90,000 on this treatment, and I know
Right,
9 times out of 10 I'm gonna die from this shit.
You, all three of us know I'm not spending 90,000.
You would though. You
No, I'm
family,
saying
you
I'm
would.
not saying I'm not. I'm no. We're gonna sign it, but I'm not
No,
spending
you saying
90,000. Like, put that shit in collections, bro. I gotta live.
He said, "Yeah, that ain't never gonna."
Like, come on, like, bro, what we talking
You
about?
ain't
Oh
never-
yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
all
when
right,
you
that's
go in
cool.
there and you sign a paper for the college loans. Like I
You know.
remember thinking that when I signed the college loan paper, like y'all ain't never getting this money
Bro,
back.
that's
Like,
all I'm saying. What are you talking about? Like, you're not getting. Remember when Tony was like with Carmela, she was like, "Oh, my house is gonna be this." He signed off because he knew you're never gonna get this in total. Like that's what
funny.
I'm. That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
funny point. That's
Bro,
funny.
you're not getting 90,000. Like, what are we talking about, bro? You're gonna get this copay.
Inside look to the black mindset, y'all.
Hey, keep it a bean.
I know all of us thought that because all of us went to college and thought that you in there in the financial aid office and they thought, yeah, so you have to pay like, bro, y'all ain't never get this
Yeah,
money
bro.
back.
Deferment.
Y'all got to get it back.
We learned
Get it
what
back in
deferment
blood.
meant.
Y'all gonna have to get it back in blood, man. That's just what it's gonna come down
That's
to.
good. That's good shit right there, bro. Oh shit.
We're back at the Pigman house, and we got a nosy ass housekeeper. She is cleaning, and she finds a joint in Jesse's room and a plant. And of course, his parents confront him. Jesse says he doesn't know anything, and they give him the disappointment/guilt speech that you will get. You know, we let you back in here. This is how you repay us. Blah blah blah. They kick him out, and then we end up finding out that it was Jake's joint. Jake comes outside and says, "Thanks for not ratting me out." And Jesse didn't dime him out. I guess that says a lot about Jesse and how he wants. You would look at somebody like that who's always getting ragged on, always being accused, that he might find joy in telling his parents, actually, it's the perfect son. That's whose joint it is. But nah, he took the blame because he ain't wanted Jake to have to go through that. And Jake had the nerve to ask for it back, which probably would have made me go back inside and tell him, you got me fucked up, bro. Like, you see me out here getting a cab because I took the rap for you, and you want the joint back, and it's some bullshit weed. Get the fuck out of my face, little nigga.
I'm gonna hit you with I'm a slap box.
I'm different. I would have
slap.
gave it back to him.
Nah, I'm a slap box slap you. Like, you getting
I would've
slap
gave it- I
box
would've just
slap.
gave it back to
Nah,
him,
bro. You didn't
Fuck
took the
that.
blame. You got to put out your parents' house, and then you can say, "Oh, here you go, bro."
I mean,
Nah, I'm taking
I
that.
also left to go sell meth to my friend for a couple racks too. Like, yeah, I'm the nigga that y'all think I am, bro. Like, yeah, I'll take the little weed charge.
See, but I think it's a challenge because it's like that. Like you always speak about being like an only child. I think that part of it is like a tricky part because it's like I do a lot of things for a sibling, like when you got a sibling or a close cousin, but like it get me at the point of putting me out when I was kind of finding some kind of peace after what I just did, and then like I took the blame for you. That you asking like you ain't really even saying thank you for real. You just like, hey, bro, where the joint at? Like, bruh, I'm slapping you. Like you get
I respect
slapped.
it. I ain't gonna hold you.
I respect the honesty, but you gonna respect this slap when I slap the hell out of you, bro. Like,
Nigga said, I'm sorry you got to go, but can I get that joint back, my nigga?
nah, nigga, bro. What we talking about? I'm about to slap box slap you, bro.
Nigga,
Put your
I'm
boots
nine,
up.
nigga. I'm 9. These joints ain't
He's
easy to
9?
come by. I need that. I don't know how old he is, but he looked like a little kid. That's
Yeah,
my
he
point.
got to be like 13.
Yeah, it gotta be like
12,
He's
12 at
13.
least.
12,
12 at
13.
least.
That's about right.
Like,
Yeah,
he looked like a little nigga.
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Any thoughts on this scene besides that? Just Jesse taking a rap for some shit he didn't do.
I respect Jesse for taking a rap. Like it's too late for me. It ain't
Yeah,
too
yeah,
late
yeah.
for you.
Yep.
I don't want them to treat you like they treated me when they started finding me with drugs.
Yep.
So you still got the innocence about you. Continue to do what you're doing. You're doing it better than I was.
Mm-hmm.
I would have gave him the joint back just because I get it, my nigga here. It's already over for me, my nigga. I'm out here selling meth, so it's fine. And smoking it. Yeah, so it's cool. I'm cool, bro.
Yeah, no,
I ain't like I'm looking at it like I ain't never got to see none of y'all ever again.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'm never coming back to this house. I did the little stint where I tried to come back and make amends with my parents. They really weren't fucking with it. They found some weed. Weed is different. Like this came out in a totally different time than when we are now.
yeah, oh,
Weed
yeah,
ain't looked at. Yeah, weed ain't looked at like it's looked at now. It's like nobody gives a fuck about weed now,
yeah,
bro.
it's dispensaries.
Yeah, yeah. Like, it's dispensaries, like people in corporate America popping gummies before they go to work.
That's
Like
crazy.
this shit is normal now.
The gummy
So,
before work is like, bro, are
yeah,
you
it's,
okay?
it's,
Like,
it's a thing. Listen to me, like, like listen to me. Corporate America is
and
on
what,
weed.
let me
So
give it a bean. At my workplace, I have seen people hit the vape,
exactly,
and it
that's what
ain't
I'm
regular
saying. Like,
vape, and I can
weed
see the
ain't
difference.
weed ain't shit no more. Like, so it's different then from it is now. But even Jesse being like, you know what, I'm gonna take the L for this one. And like I said, I would have gave him the joint back. But him being able to be like, you know what, it's this right here, this over for me. All this shit that I try to come back and do, me and you kicking it as brother and little brother and big brother, them looking at me a different way. I've accepted that that ain't the life that I'm finna leave. I'm finna go lead this life. So I'll take this little charge for the weed from the parents. It's fine.
And
I
this is
respect Jesse
this
a
is a
lot for
running
that.
and this is a running thing for Jesse too. Like this right here sows a
Yeah.
seed for later in the
It
series.
speaks to his personality.
Yep.
100%.
Yep, and that's why like
Jesse a stand-up dude. I will say
I
that.
think so. I think so.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm glad that you're saying that because I definitely didn't think you felt that way about Jesse. I think I
No, I do.
maybe
Yeah, Jesse is definitely a stand-up dude. I do feel that way about it.
I think he's just a dude that like he was an underachiever in school and just didn't really rock with school like that. And I don't know if he did or didn't graduate, but like, you know, whatever it is, but he found what works for him, which is obviously, like you said, selling meth, smoking meth, whatever, which is not still Loserville, but you know, he
Yeah,
found
some
what he
some
could be.
niggas strive in their lane. That's
Yeah, he's striving his lane.
I,
And so
I know niggas like that. Like
yeah, he
I would
embraced
do
it.
it, but I see you doing it, bro. You getting the best out of it. You paying your bills. You taking care of your family. It's fine. I
Yeah,
would do
Hey
it.
man, if you're gonna be
yeah,
a meth head, be the best one you can be.
Yeah.
yeah, man. You smoke crack, don't you?
Jump,
Look at me.
jump.
Don't you smoke crack? We back at the white residence. We back at the white residence, and Skylar's looking through brochures. She's feeling optimistic. It says things are really looking up for Walt. You know what I mean? This ain't that bad, Walt. You know what I mean? We can get through this. Wants to know if he can start next week, and brings up the money. Walter's like, listen, man, this can be more than $90,000 out of pocket. This kind of alludes to the conversation we've been having already this episode, but I'm not trying to spend all that money and I die anyway. I'm not gonna feel comfortable leaving y'all with that. Walt Jr. chimes in from watching the TV and asks Walt why he doesn't fucking die already.
God, Jesus
Great
Christ.
family conversation. I would love to hear your brother's input as it's going on about Walt's future and his health. And why he
Would've been
doesn't
a
just
lot.
fucking
Hey.
die already.
All right, so tying it back to a conversation we were having earlier about the prodigal son concept from a biblical standpoint. So similar to that parable told in the Bible, it connects here. Like when the prodigal son was asking for his share, that's the same sentiment. Is you don't get your share from the father until he dies. So he asked for his share before the father died. So there's this. I'm not saying that Walt Jr. is asking for some kind of financial thing, but there's this similar sentiment that kind of ties this connection to our earlier conversation of like, why don't you just give up and die? But again, like AJ would have never said this, bro. As unforgivable as AJ is, he would have never told Tony Soprano, Anthony Soprano, why don't you just give up and die? Like there's just no way. Like AJ was ready to ride for his dad, as clumsy as he was and dropping a knife trying to kill Uncle Junior. He was ready to ride for his dad. Like this, like he's trash. That's why like I'm not mad about Spike Lee going off on him, because it's just he's not. And that's why I talk about the white family. I just don't feel it, bro. Like, and I don't know if Vince Gilligan was trying to give us this like
similar. I'm not gonna say a similar character to Tony Soprano, but obviously was inspired. Even Bryan Cranston has spoke to it, but like I just don't feel it. Like I don't relate to Skylar. I don't see where she coming from. Walt Jr. I don't see where it's coming. This shit is just not interesting for me ever. Like I don't like Carmela as much as we dogged her in Good Earners. There was moments where I'm like, she's right. And there's moments where I understood, like, hey, she got to get it off. She got to do what she got to find her way. You know, she don't want to be selling sausage samples. We understood in certain moments. Even AJ, rarely there was moments like that. I'm going to the mall, but I want to whatever or Meadow. But like when it comes to the White family, bro, I just don't connect with it. Bothers me so much. I'm so glad they got away from that in further seasons because it's like it's not there, and it's not because of the actors that are playing it. It's because everybody here it's like, and I move on, but like it's like in The Sopranos, it's like they're trying to break good. I feel like, and here they're breaking bad. You know what I mean? And it's just a difference, bro. Like I don't feel like you're trying to be like none of them trying to be like decent or nothing. I don't feel it at all. Everybody's just like shitty people in this show. So then when you get a family aspect in a show where all people are shitty, it just don't resonate. Am I supposed to feel for them? Am I supposed to feel like, oh, what is Walter going to do? I don't feel it, bro. And it bothers me so much. I can't wait to get past the White family. Like, cause it's just I don't feel it. Like with Tony, we know he's a sociopath, but we believe he does try. He tries, bro. Like I don't believe that in this series, and so I can't wait to get past this aspect of it. It just bothers me so much, and I don't like it. So
we gotta start naming these Mo rants. We gotta start naming them. I don't know if we're gonna name them, but the monologues we gotta start naming because Mo be so passionate about it. What you got, Spike?
He right though. Like I get what he's saying. Like the way that everyone treats Walt, we need more context to.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that my disabled son is sitting there telling me it's like, won't you just die already? Man, I will hit you with this crutch, nigga. Like, why are you fucking playing with me? Like that line, it's so it's disgusting from a sense because we seen how Walt show up for him. We seen the people making fun of him in the clothing store. He can't put his fucking pants on by himself. I'm the one that's punching the little dude in his chest or whatever it may be. Like he's showing up for him, but you looking at me like I'm some poo-put, and there's no context for it. So for you to say, "Won't you just go on and die already, bro?" That's worse than anything. Like we'll continue to reference Sopranos, but like you said, Mo, with The Wire, like that's worse than anything AJ could have said. They at least respected Tony for who he was. And no, Walt ain't this big time gangster. He's not this dude who is garnering the same respect that Tony Soprano did garner, but still, as your father, you gonna say that to me while you flipping through the fucking channels on the TV and you're fucking still sitting right there, bro? Stop playing with me. I smack the shit out of you right now. And that should have been the response from Walt. Like you can't talk to me like that, bro. And there needs to be more context for how he felt like that he was able to talk to me like that, other than what we've seen in these other 3 to 4 episodes. Like you can't. The disrespect that Walt Jr. has for his father is like that. That's some shit that needs to be studied. Those are the videos that we need to see in the sense of the Breaking Bad world, because there's no rewatch that I would have where I could accept this and be like, okay, I understand where he's coming from. You can't say that to me, bro. You can't say you should go ahead and die already. No, like, especially knowing what we know, what Walt is trying to do for his family, going out selling meth, all the stuff that he's gonna do in the future from like being in this Breaking Bad world, and him for Walt Jr. to be so nonchalant about it and be like, "Oh, won't you just die already?" Man, I will smack the shit out of you, bro.
Stop. I can't even say on air what I would do.
Yes, you can.
I won't.
No, I'm pulling a Rich.
But y'all can understand what I do. Like them little crutches, they're sitting right there on that step. They would have been across his fucking head, nigga. Stop. Oh, you. Who are you talking to?
Yeah, you remember
Yeah.
when Rick Shit Prill pulled up on Beansy? When he put up on Beansy, he said, "If I hear one more time that you're crying at Tony Soprano," like when he put up on Beansy, hey, he
Hey,
knew.
bro,
Don't
it's
say not another
disgusting,
word,
bro.
That's I put it that way.
And the fact that they thought that they would be able to get this off, and for us to be like, I want to understand. I want to hear from the people that have
Apologies.
compassion for what Walt Jr. is saying right now.
Walt
If
Jr.
there are people
apologists. Speak
out
up.
there, the email is whatever. What's the email?
It is no more half measures pod@gmail.com.
If y'all are apologizing for this behavior from Walt Jr., please email us and let us read it, because I do not get it. There is no circumstance in the world where he should be able to say this to his dad.
Yep.
I don't need to, like, just to comment on something y'all said. I don't need to get any context. I just take it as Walt is a loser and allows this behavior.
But
I
that don't
need
even
any-
but that don't even add up though, Rich. Like, even if I'm a loser to Hank, to Marie, to Skylar, to the dude who I'm washing his car at the car wash, to Jesse, you, Walt Jr., shouldn't be looking at me like that.
You said the
That's
key word,
fucking
shouldn't.
impossible.
No, it's obviously it's not, because we're seeing it. That's what I'm saying. Like, Walt has allowed this
I don't
behavior.
get it, bro.
It doesn't matter to me why he's allowed this behavior, because he's allowed it. And Walt Jr. is saying this shit, and we see it, and there's no reaction from Walt. That's just how it's been. Like, so for me, I don't care what happened to make, because I know Walt at some point just allowed this shit when nobody in our family would ever be able to talk to like that.
I just feel like
Not
it's
get
way
like
over
that.
the line. Even,
is over the line.
even if
You're
I
100%
allowed
right.
this
It is.
shit, even if I
Way
allowed
over
this
the
shit
line.
for you to step to that line and be like, won't you just die? Like, bro, who? Like,
Walt Jr.
the
don't
wrath,
give a fuck, and
the
Walt lets
wrath that
shit
would
go.
have been brought down on him in my household for saying that to me, bro,
That's
he
the
would
whole
have been,
point.
he would have been scared to sleep in my house for the next week.
I would have
They're
hit you.
trying
I would have
to-
turned
they're
around
trying to
and hit you with the
reiterate-
line.
They are trying to reiterate and emphasize the point that this house is not like your house. It's not like the neighbor's house. Like, Walt is letting this
It's
shit
Albuquerque.
slide, and it's so you can't even comprehend the fact that it's a show anymore, Spike. Like, you can't even
That's
comprehend
good.
that this
That's
is just
good.
a character and they're trying to take you there.
That's
That's
good.
how mad you are, and that's a good thing. That's great
That's a
writing.
good thing. You're
Facts.
right. That's good.
Facts.
They
You know what I
nailed it.
mean? Like,
Facts.
so
That's a good point.
all you need to know is that Walt letting this shit slide. And why? I don't know. I'm sure everybody asking the same thing. And I don't think there's any Walt apologists. I'll be damned if I see that. Walt Jr., excuse me.
Walt
but
Jr., yeah.
as we move on to the final scene of the episode, we see Walt is driving and he begins coughing, and he ends up coughing up blood, just to kind of emphasize how serious his cancer is. And the whole discussion of, should I get treatment, should I not, is obviously going on through his head. He pulls over at the gas station and he sees dickhead Ken back, honking his horn at an old lady, telling her to move her ass so he can fill up his gas tank. Walter uses science to blow up his car, and the episode ends. What are your thoughts on this final scene, and Walt kind of getting a little bit of retribution for Ken annoying him at the and stealing his parking spot earlier in the episode, and just being a general nuisance?
Great seed that was planted in the sense of throughout the episodes.
Explosions.
Like, yeah, explosions. Like, Walt is not a superhero. He's not Tony Soprano. He's not any other of these anti-heroes that we see, but he is smart as fuck. And for him to be able to do this and blow this car up, it adds to a lot of the other things that we see. It makes it believable to us. Like, there's never a moment, or maybe one moment in this series where I'm like, how the fuck he figured it out? We know he's smart as hell. We know he's able to do stuff like this. And this is the seed that planted for that. And I love it.
Mo, what about you?
Seeing all this, and again, I don't want to make it like a copycat thing. Do y'all think that it would? And they couldn't have done it because it's the predecessor. But sometimes it makes me. Sopranos did such an excellent job on the therapist scene kind of breaking the fourth wall in some regard. It makes me wish there was this version of that in Breaking Bad. It don't have to be a therapist because it's too copycat. But if there's like this confided person in Walt's life to get a little bit of his thoughts, because you would think with a show like Sopranos that leans into the mystique, leans into dream sequences, flashbacks, you would think, oh, you're going to spoil everything with therapy scenes, but it didn't. You know what I mean? It actually furthered the show, and I wish there was a version of that in this. But again, things have changed. I could double back and stand corrected when we get into the later seasons. We're in a dog days, so as far as this scene goes, it was cool. Just to, like Spike said, and it's foreshadowing of him knowing how to get an explosion started. So, yeah,
I think you're right. If we had this series is great, it would have been better if we had someone who was able to bend Walt's ear, or Walt was able to bend their ear and talk to. That's non-existent in this series. There's no one that Walt can talk to. Jesse is probably the closest one, and we see how he looks at Jesse. He can't talk to Skyler. He can't talk to Hank. He can't talk to Walt Jr. He can't talk to, I ain't gonna mention characters that are yet to come, but he can't talk to them either. So we're left to figure out as viewers, why did he do that? Why did he think that way? Why did he make that action? Versus the Sopranos and the other anti-hero that we're comparing this to, we got to see a little bit of the insight of this is the reason that he did that.
exactly.
We got to hear him talk about, the I can't think what's the name, the silent man, what the shit that he was talking to Melfi about. Gary, what was he?
Oh, Gary,
what's
the
dude's
like
name?
the
Gary
clef.
Cooper.
Gary
Gary
Cooper.
Cooper, the strong side
Like,
type.
He was gay.
strong-
Gary Cooper.
We got to hear Tony bounce those ideas off of people. We don't get that in Breaking Bad. And I think that's the reason that I'm more sold on Tony trying to be good and just being a bad person versus Walt was bad from the beginning. Because I don't know the interthinkings of what he's doing. Because he never bounces those ideas off of anybody.
That's a great
What Tony
point.
did.
That's a great. It's hard because they make that. Once I watched, I mean, again, this is obviously started in '99, but it's so good. It's like I wish everything had a version of that, and it's not. That's just not how it goes, and that's what it is. It's like
Even when you go to The Wire, like you characters bounce things off of each other. You have the infamous scene with Omar and Bunk. You have you have Marlo talking to Chris. You have Mike talking to Bunk. I mean, Mike talking to what's his boy name?
Who?
What's Mike boy name?
Name
What's
it.
Mike homeboy name? No,
Name it Dookie.
Dookie. You got Mike talking to Dookie. Characters are bouncing things off of each other that they're struggling with. That doesn't happen in Breaking Bad
yeah.
at all. You just left to deal with what you see on the scene.
It's a great point. Yeah, and that goes to why you so upset about Walt Jr. talking to him.
Walt
Like that.
Jr.
You don't get any
Yeah,
context.
like what? Like how are you talking to me like this? Exactly.
That's because he can. Because he can. That's a simple answer. That's our episode, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Episode 4 is in the books. Let's go on to some categories before we get out of here, and let's start with best quote. Did anybody have any quotes that was their favorite for this episode?
Yeah, it's just one quote for me. Not all learning comes from books. That's a Jesse quote, and that is facts. Like, bro, I learned so much that I didn't get from books. All of us have learned so much we didn't get from books in grade school. So yeah, not all learning comes from books. That's the one quote for me.
Mine was not even in the sense it was just a great quote, but it just infuriated me so much, and it was great writing. It's like, won't you just die already?
Oof.
Like
He
to
said,
hear
"Just
that,
give up and die already."
just give up and die already. Like that the writing on that but how that made me feel as a viewer coming from Walt Jr. is like, bro, like, are you fucking serious? So that was mine.
Mine was, what's that mean? What, you like recycle cans and shit? Because it's just because of the moment of seeing Jesse. At that point, you realize like, oh, this is just who you are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's in his family home. He's talking to his little brother. You don't know how much of him is just being a 24-year-old dipshit, and then you realize in moments like this when you were looking at your brother's environmental award, like, oh, you really don't get this life thing. You don't understand how a lot of things work. So, just the genuineness and authenticity of that line, and like Anna just being funny, like you a clown.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty spot on, and it explains Jesse's character so much.
It does.
Facts.
Also, what's your favorite scene, favorite moment from the episode?
That's a good one. I'm trying to bounce between the whites and the Pinkmans because that's the majority of this.
I had mine.
I got mine. So the barbecue scene for me. Mine is a barbecue scene where Skylar breaks out into tears. It encapsulates this series, how Hank reacted, how Marie reacted, how Walt reacted, how Skylar like like spearheaded this into the thing. Like that whole thing speaks to what the series of Breaking Bad is.
Well, to that point of what the series of Breaking Bad is, my favorite scene is Jesse showing up to Walt's. I think this is the second time in 4 episodes where I picked a Walt and Jesse scene. I think early on I picked like their first fight. I think in the second episode, and just this dynamic of we have multiple reasons to split paths, but we somehow end up being connected with each other for one reason or another. Like it's almost like this was predetermined, it was destined. Yeah, you taught me in high school, but we were supposed to do so much more. And they can't stay out of each other's way or each other's life. It was a simple like, yo, I'm just checking in. And this isn't any normal shit. Like, bro, like I sold this batch for $8,000, and it really wasn't even a lot. Like, this is some like, are we sure? Think about this. We killed a man. I disintegrated a man. And he went through my bathtub, and I'm still. Most people, 99.9% of people saying I'm done. Like, what the fuck we got going on? Nah, bro. I think we got something special. We can keep things going. I think that scene and them just kind of going back and forth, Walt not being on it, and just knowing what's to come. That's just my favorite scene of the episode. You land on one more?
Yeah, for me, it's when the father and the mother, the Pinkmans, they were going to confront Jesse, and when they came, they seen Jesse putting the forks, setting up the table. You know, they end up holding up on their stance in that moment. Because again, for me, it shows that like we don't know exactly how Jesse got where he got as far as the loser language that we speak to, but it shows that like there could have been an alternate world similar to Franklin Saint. You know, we get that episode where we get an alternate world of Franklin Saint going to college and seeing what his world would have been. So it's these little small moments that get that. I mean, we'll see how far Jesse goes, but you know, again, I'm more sold and compelled by the Pinkman storyline than the Whites, like I've spoken this episode. So that scene specifically.
MVP. Who y'all got for the MVP of the episode?
I got Skylar. As much as we don't want to do it, she made some shit happen. Like the way she finessed the whole thing. You ask him. Like she promised she wouldn't tell anybody.
That was disgusting.
Yes, she promised she wouldn't tell anybody, but she let it. She figured out a way around what she promised to make Walt have to say something. You know what I mean? And then to get even further, to obviously
that's even worse. I'd rather you say something than make me have to say it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd have threw you in that pool, man.
But she made that shit happen though. Like I said, like I got to give it to her. Like she didn't want to do that, but that's what it was. So I give it to Skylar on this one.
I got Jesse's parents.
The Pinkmans.
The Pinkmans. Not like we want so bad. And as a younger son said, they talk about you so much. They fuck with you. We want so bad for this to work, but we still not going against what we've seen from you in the past. And we gonna hold our guards, even if it is just a little weed, bro, you got to get out of here because we got the opportunity to do this right now with our younger son, and we're not gonna let you fuck this up, no matter how much we love you. So I give it to them.
All right.
Y'all might think I'm crazy. I'm giving it to Jesse.
Mm.
I think this is a good centering episode for Jesse. I think this is when you have the crowd of people who are Jesse apologists and kind of feel for him more than they look at him as like a dipshit. I think it starts from moments like this. Just kind of
True.
the start of it, getting back to your center, realizing that you were something else before you became this version of Jesse Pinkman. And, he's trying to give brotherly advice, even though he's not qualified. He's trying to set the table and kind of show his parents he remembers the way he was raised. It isn't that. It's just kind of how he's wired. And then also takes the rap for his little brother. And kind of reminds me, I know y'all been throwing out quotes all day. Avon, I'm just a gangster, I suppose. I sell meth, man. This is my business at the end of the day. Like, I know I'm trying to be here. This isn't long term. This is me trying to figure out what my next step is. And my next step is, hey, I got that shit. And I sold $8,000 and I'm coming over to you, even though I could have just sold this shit and not even told you and just took all of this. Like, bro, we in business. Let's make some shit happen.
Why be in the crew? Why be a gangster?
Yeah, I think a lot of this comes from Jesse, and he doesn't have many moments, and even these moments are flawed. Like they're very flawed, but it does show Jesse showing up when he needs to. It's just that those are very few and far between. So that's my MVP of the episode.
great
And then
point.
we get to the ranking, and I've redone these rankings. You know what I mean? First and foremost, lowest tier is going to be the mid pack, the shit that Spike Lee smoke. The mid pack. The middle.
But that's stuff I smoke, obviously. I did smoke.
Should be more smoke. No.
Yeah, we got the mid pack, then we got the chili powder, which is in the middle, chili powder.
Okay.
And then of course we have the Blue Magic, which is the highest version. So fellas, going from Blue Magic being at the top to mid pack at the bottom. How do you rank this episode?
This is a mid pack.
Some mid pack, no chili powder.
Yeah, it's not even chilly. I mean, it's interesting enough when you're a podcaster, but like in reality, it's like nothing really happened. There's a lot of setups, but nothing really happened. So it's because of what we like. If you're watching this as a new viewer, after watching the last episode of watching Walt have to whack somebody, and the episode before watching Jesse have to disintegrate somebody, watching this one. Nothing happens. Yeah, we know what we know, so it feels better knowing the setups. But like, if you're a first-time watcher, nothing happens. So this is definitely low grade, garbage in the words of Alonzo. So yeah, we're gonna call it mid pack.
Yeah, I got to agree with Mo. As podcasters, we know how to talk about these episodes. We know how to make conversations about it, so it makes it seem better than it is. But if I'm just watching this in a random viewing, it's like, okay, all right, what next? So this is definitely a rich mid pack that he ride around serving. It's what he ride around serving in Ohio.
I'm riding around and I'm getting it.
Yeah, so this
was good.
This definitely that.
Callback.
So like there wasn't a lot of meat on the bone. So
Sheesh.
we were able to do it how we do it because we are good at what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't a lot. Like if I'm just watching this and I ain't got to talk about it with two guys that I love talking about TV with, no, it's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, every series has I agree, it's a mid pack. Every series has episodes that are standalones, like it doesn't matter. Even if the series flows better as you watch it as a whole, you still have those one episodes where I just feel like watching this. I do it to The Wire. I might go to season 3 and just watch one of those later episodes that are just timeless by itself because it's that good. This is not one from Breaking Bad that you would ever go and just watch on its own. It's just a mid pack. Still good television, but you're not going to be running back to this episode. The same, I forget who it was. I think it might have been Milton who talked about he listened to his favorite episodes of Sopranos. If he did the same with Breaking Bad, this would not be one that he'd ever listen to.
Yeah, facts.
So yeah, that wraps up the episode. So we appreciate y'all.
Oh, we forgot who took the half measure.
Ah, my bad.
Big
Who
as
did
hell.
take the half measure?
I can start if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so who took the half measure? Ken, the big mouth Bluetooth.
That's a great one. That's it.
Ken, the big mouth Bluetoother, man. Like this dude. I mean, he took an L in Better Call Saul. Yeah, go check it out. But like, you cut this man off from parking. You talking about chick any kind of way, like in the cash checking place, acting like you missed a big shot, man. You let Walt get his Joker on. Like this nigga literally blew your car up and walked off like the Joker, in the Batman series, bro. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. So like, bruh.
Yeah, Ken is the answer for me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
You lose, my nigga.
Ken is the obvious answer. Just to throw a little spice in there, I'm giving it to Walt, just because how the fuck you let Walt Jr. talk to you like that? Nah, seriously, man. Like that's inexcusable.
That's true.
It's inexcusable.
That's true. You're right.
But outside of that, it is Ken in the real way. So thanks for the reminder on that, Mo. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Felt good to be back here with the crew, with my brothers, talking about Breaking Bad. Please keep those comments rolling in, all your thoughts. You can follow us on Instagram, NMHM, short for No More Half Measures, _ Breaking Bad Pod. You can also email us, No More Half Measures Pod at gmail.com. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week with episode 5 of season 1. Until then, we out.